Yeah, hey everybody. I'm here just updating the titles and everything. I want you all to see the thumbnail when I put it up. All right, you all go ahead and refresh. I need you to see the thumbnail and tell me what you think. Did I go too far or not far enough? I want to know, because this story right here is very upsetting to me. I had to take, it is a vitamin E day. I wasn't even going to make a video today. The only reason why I'm doing this this intro is because I need a little time to look and see who this buffoon is. Is there anybody who knows who Miles Cunningham is? Oh my God, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Oh, he's a small YouTuber. And this Nigaro is the one who uploaded this video. He thinks that this is a good look. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. What do you think of the thumbnail, y'all? Did I do too much? Did I go too far or not far enough? I need to know. I need to know your opinion. You know what, Juju? I have not been approved by Amazon merchandise yet. Let me check on that again, because I need, you know what? I think I'm just gonna start, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the boondoggle shirt and then listen, and then go from there. And then hopefully by the time it's made, because you know, sometimes you have to start taking actions Sometimes you have to start taking action and then everything starts falling into place. I am disgusted today, y'all. I am disgusted because I had to take time out of my work for this bull S today. This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for this dude. And this is not a good look for his business. This is not a good look for him. I need to, you know what, as a matter of fact, let me get my stuff together behind the scenes because I'm not putting any of his branding up on this channel nor any of his whack ass commercials. So let me get my stuff together behind the scenes to be able to make sure that his crap is not infiltrating on my broadcast, because this dude is a sucker and he got treated like a sucker on his own show. And I personally am embarrassed and horrified. I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. I didn't even want to do this video. I didn't want to do this video. Sharice is early and she's acting so surprised about it, which means, Sharice, you need to do a better job of getting places on time. What are you doing, sis? Hitting the thumbs up button lets the algorithm know that you like what's going on over here. All right, I got it together behind the scenes. That's cool. Yeah, this whole show is a boondoggle. It is an embarrassment. I want you to tag some black men. I need some black men on this show. So if you all know some dudes who are at work, because I need a black man's point of view on this, because this white dude was calling him all types of, you know what? I ain't even going to say it. I'm going to let you all see for your doggone selves, because this right here, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. And as a black woman, I was embarrassed and horrified. I ain't going to talk about the thing right now. I'm going to let you all see, because HVM is high value man. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready for the show to start. 5 minutes on the clock. What is that, Kelly? I think y'all I don't see the thumbnail. You don't see the thumbnail? Maybe YouTube blocked my thumbnail because it may have been too much. Is anybody else seeing the thumbnail? I need to know if anybody else can see it because I don't know if it went too far. You are so funny. Okay, so you see it, Joanna? Black Panda can't see it. Oh, Black Panda can see it. Oh, so they trying to, they said it's too much, huh? Don't worry, let me refresh this mofo and upload the thumbnail again. Just refresh. Make sure you can see it. I'm going to just upload it again and save again. So refresh, you should be able to see it. Oh, hey, Angie. Well, you know what? Today, introduce a man to my channel because we need some black men to comment on this boondoggle here today because I've never seen anything like this before. I'm low-key embarrassed for dude. You know what? We got 3 minutes and Boom Boom is about to come on. Bent him over more. Ah, how funny. All right, so you need to refresh. If you don't see it, refresh and come back because it's there. Oh, I missed my into my room. Boom, boom, into my room. Boom, boom, into my room. Yeah, we're the countdown is on. My room. No Saint says I'm a male, but I'm not black. Well, you know what? Black men really need to see this because this video right here is an embarrassment for all black people. Oh my gosh. A lady is saying Tanya wants to smoke. No dear, no dear. I don't want any smoke. I bring the fire. And you know, where there's smoke, there is fire. So come on. Come on. Hey, we got 40 seconds. Let me get my earpiece in. Ain't gonna be no dance. You know what? Let me dance a little coming in. Why not? Let's get the party started all the way. I mean, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. Come on, 20 seconds on the clock. Come on. I'm not even dressed for the video, but we're gonna do it anyway. Come on. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Oh, I don't got my things up on the bottom. I gotta make sure I have them. Oh. You know what? Today is a work day, but let me get everything together over here. I don't have my captions up because I wasn't even planning for a video. Let's get these captions together. Hey. There we go. In the house. Here we go. Let me come back in with my intro now that I got it. Come on. Hey. Let's get live on these platforms. We're live on LinkedIn, live on Twitter, and we are live on Facebook. Hey, come on, let's get this. Let's get it. Welcome. Thank you. I am your host, Tanya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I hope you learn how to love yourselves and one another. As you see, we don't even have the setup for a show today because I wasn't planning on making a show. Today is a work day, but something came across my feed. So thank you to the many people who sent this to me because this needs to be spoken about. Thank you. This needs to be spoken about. I saw something that was very disturbing earlier today. Here I am minding my business, getting the vitamin E's together for today's shipment. And someone asked me to speak on this. And I was going to talk on this yesterday when we did our marathon where I was looking all cute. I had my makeup all done and all of that. But it wasn't until today that somebody sent me the full video. What are we talking about today? You know, I'm disturbed and disgusted. Have you seen this clip right here? This person on the screen right here is named Miles Cunningham. Miles Cunningham is a struggle dating coach, I suppose. He's making a name for himself. And because when we were on hold before we came to the channel, before we came to the video, I decided to look at his channel, right? This man posted this video and other people are taking clips of his video and publishing it around the internet. And I want you to see this. I want you to see this madness, right? So these are the types of videos that he makes. 5 things you should have at your place when she comes over. Your mindset translates gear. 5 steps to step your game up. Real players. The definition of game. Love that you like. This, that, and the other, right? I don't know much about this man's channel at all. I don't know nothing about his channel, but one thing I do know is that this white man came onto his show. And the white man got in his ass. This is why the thumbnail is of him bunked over, right? Yes. Get your fruits and veggies in each day, people. Get your fruits and veggies in. Listen. So this white man gets in his ass. And in the beginning of the call, he tries to assert his dominance back over him. And then the white man gets a stronghold on this man's show. Calls him out his name, says all of these derogatory things. And it's like he keeps inching further and further into the disrespect. And this high value man who is teaching other men about how to get women, this, that, and the other, gets turned into a buck dancing beta boy. I want you all to pay attention to how the man refers to him and how he refers to the man. I want you to see how he defers and deflects to him, right? I want you to take special note of the talking points that the man is, that the white man who calls in is saying, and I want you to see how the black man responds to it. I want everybody out there to go tag a black man. I don't have many black men on my channel because they think I hate black men. Sad. This is a conversation that we need to have because it's like there are far too many people who act like we are living in an isolated community where others on the outside can't see what's going on in our community. And other men are making note and making mention. Without further ado, let me get the video queued up for you. so that we can, let me turn down the volume on this and get it queued up. I had it queued up, but then, oh, you know what? I have the other tab open, so it's already queued up. My bad. Let's I just want to make sure that the branding that they have. Okay, here. Let's go. Let's get this together. Ah! All right, here we go.
I'm chilling. What's going on with you, bro?
Just hanging out. I fundamentally disagree with you. I'd love to talk to you.
You fundamentally disagree with me?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's what I heard you say. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what do you think is, I will say that I'm a married man. I have a family.
Okay.
I have a wife who doesn't vote because I tell her she shouldn't because she's a woman.
Okay.
I have a wife who stays at home, who cooks and cleans.
Okay.
But let me ask you, what, I lead the house, with a strong hand.
Okay.
I'm on live right now.
What do you think the perfect woman is? And then after you give your answer, I'd love to reply to that. What do you think the perfect woman is?
What do I think the perfect? Okay, so the perfect woman for me, because the perfect woman is different for different men, right?
Your idea.
My idea of the perfect woman. The perfect woman for me is just a woman that prioritizes time spent with me. I really don't, because I'm not like into marriage. I'm not into, being with one woman. So the perfect woman for me is the woman that prioritizes and she values the time.
I just want you to pay attention to what it is that we just heard. I'm not into being with one woman. I am the perfect woman for me is a woman who prioritizes. I'm not into marriage. The guy set him up for a layup against him. Can you imagine? You go and you set up a layup for the opposing team. Now listen to how he responds. Listen.
Time that she gets to spend with me.
Stop right there. So stop right there. So
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna need you to take it easy because this is my show. So all that stop right there shit, take it easy. Take it easy, because I know you fundamentally disagreeing with me and all that, but I still need you to be in the position of a person who's calling into someone else's show. Okay?
That's fine, but I'm going to make it.
All right. So you see, in the very beginning, he attempts to assert his dominance and set the stage for whose show this is and how the caller is to conduct himself, right? Watch where it goes from here. Watch and listen.
Interesting.
Because I'm not. You take it easy, because I'm not your wife, who you lead with a strong hand. This is not that situation.
I want you to hear, because the guy says, "I'm gonna make it interesting."
Lead with a strong hand.
Hold on.
That's fine, but I'm gonna make it interesting.
Because I'm not. You take it easy, because I'm not your wife, who you lead with a strong hand. This is not that situation. So make sure you check your situation before you do all that bullshit.
You would know nothing about leading women. That's obvious.
Gotcha.
So what I'm saying is, you want a woman to be subservient to you, but you want that woman to fill the roles of a woman, but you don't want to fill the roles of a man.
No. Who said anything about her being subservient, bro? When did I say subservient?
I mean, you want a woman to love you and worship you. That sounds like subservient.
When did I say love and worship? I said I want a woman to prioritize the time she spends with me. That's it.
Okay, that means being subservient. That means she puts her life on hold to make your life happier. That's subservient.
What?
So I can already tell you're black,
bro.
So this is the problem within the black community.
Oh.
You guys just like you called women bitches.
Right.
This is the reason you guys don't have families. This is the reason. You expect a woman to be the perfect woman, to be you want a housewife without being a husband. And that's what's wrong. And you're sitting here giving dating advice to people. You're leading men down a dangerous path. You want a good wife? You want a good wife, a lover? You get a job. You do your job as a man. How dare you say that a woman should do her job and prioritize her wants to worship you when you don't do a fucking thing. If you don't provide for that woman, she don't owe you a fucking thing, dude. Not a thing.
Okay, so listen, I'm pausing this video right here. And I don't typically do this. You know, when we do a video, we just do a video straight in. But this is a video that people need to see. This is a video that people need to hear. And I need each person on here to tag somebody, because the best conversations are ones in which there are people who are coming forward and participating in the conversation. So I'm going to put the comments up on the screen. I'm going to give 60 seconds to just tag. So tag somebody right now who will participate in this conversation, because this man, this is only the tip of the iceberg. He's about to go in. It's about to get painful and embarrassing. And I need to hear from Black men. I want to hear from Black women about this. So tag somebody. Let me see who we have in here. Let me see. Coco, I don't see you tagging. Cece, come on. Amanda. Shay, let's see. Share this in your WhatsApp group, and after you share it, go ahead and just let me know that you shared. I see that there's 631 people on YouTube, 234 on Facebook. I don't know how many on LinkedIn and Twitter because they don't show the numbers inside of my program. Just Jay said she shared it. Good. So I see Latrice just shared it. It looks like someone just shared it to a person named Voy, I believe. So come on. All right. All right. Carmen just shared it. Okay. Juju is a Black man here. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So continue. All right. I see Sammy just shared it. Wonderful. 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 All right. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So I see you all are sharing it. Perfect. This is your time to get in on this much needed conversation. We still have 30 more seconds of sharing. Go ahead. Continue to share. Share this to your WhatsApp group, share it on your Twitter, share it wherever you need to share it, because while it's live, that's when the most people are going to be on the broadcast. I'm going to open up the phone lines because we need to discuss this before this white guy goes all the way ham on him. I want us to go ahead and have people in who are going to participate in this conversation with us. Perfect. All right. So I see people. All right. Perfect. Thank you, Naisha. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the people who have shared this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's continue going forward. Let's continue. So here he goes. I'll rewind it just a hair for you so that we could just remember where we left off at.
You don't provide for that woman, she don't owe you a fucking thing, dude. Not a thing. And it's simple to me because you call them bitches. You call them bitches. You know, yeah, I'm just hanging with my niggas, fucking bitches. That says all I need to know about you. And that's why women don't fuck with you. That's why good women don't fuck with you. That's why you have a problem dating, because good women know you're not a good man. And you're giving all this advice. You're a shitty fucking man. You're not a good pickup artist. You're not a good dater. All you do is want to fucking...
I just want you to look at his face as this man is disrespecting him. Look at his face. He already used the N-word. I'm hanging with my N's and my B's. And I'll rewind it just a little so you can see the look on his face as this man used the N-word the first time. This is why I asked you to share this, because I want you to see how this man was cuckolded before the entire internet.
Yeah, I'm just hanging with my niggas, fucking bitches. That says all I need to know about you.
He's biting
his lip. And that's why women don't fuck with you. That's why good women don't fuck with you. That's why you have a problem dating, because good women know you're not a good man. And you're giving all this advice. You're a shitty fucking man. You're not a good pickup artist.
He's not.
You're not a good dater. All you do is want to fucking come and a cum receptacle. Like, all you want to do is come. That's all you want to do is come. You're not teaching young men how to, be fathers, how to be leaders. You're a continuation of the problem we have. You want to come in women and then bail. That's all you want to fucking do. You're a piece of shit. Kill yourself tonight. You're the reason black kids don't have fathers while they go to jail and while they have higher crime rate. Because you're a piece of shit. You want women to do their job without you doing your job. You're a piece of shit. Kill yourself. Fucking kill yourself.
And he
all right. Are you done?
Good pussy. Good pussy. Good loyal pussy.
Yeah.
Comes with strings attached.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
You wanna fuck a virgin, but you don't want to be a leader.
I don't know. I don't want to fuck a virgin, sir. I do not.
Yeah, of course you don't. Of course you don't. Because that you know.
Because I have fucked a virgin. I know what that's like. I don't want to fuck virgins.
Yeah, because that's too much work. Niggers don't like to work.
Oof. So you're a white guy, yes?
So he tested out the waters and he used N with the A on the back of it. But now he's starting to go in. He done did the hard ER N word. And you hear him, he's like, you a white guy, yes? I'm going to rewind it a little bit. This is embarrassing.
Fuck virgins.
Yeah, because that's too much work. Niggers don't like to work.
Oof. So you're a white guy, yes?
No, I'm an Asian, and I also identify as non-binary.
Wow. So you're right. This was very interesting. I do appreciate you calling in and sharing your opinion. This is very interesting.
Assume the position. Thank you so much for calling in. This was very interesting. You were right. This man, less than 20 seconds before, called him the hard ER N-word. And he is just, let me go grab my ankle, so. Let me grab him, so. What the F?
What if I was white? No, let me ask you, what if I was white? What if I was white? We can clearly see that white men have built better families than the black man. That's obvious. That's fucking obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me more about how being white and being a good husband and a good leader, someone who gives back to the community, who teaches young men how to be good men. Why is that bad? How about we talk about niggers who fucking rap about fucking dope and money?
Again with the N-word. Again. And look at his face. Cheesing with his Newport smile. Oh, yes, sir, master. What should I be teachings? I don't understand. How do you let a man call into your show and then start dropping all types of N-bombs on you while you're speaking and you have this smile on your face? Somebody said they head out. Don't go nowhere. You come right back here and you listen to all of this.
And fucking bitches and like.
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll back just so you can see.
I mean, a good husband and a good leader, someone who gives back to the community, who teaches young men how to be good men. Why is that bad? How about we talk about niggers who fucking rap about fucking dope and money and fucking bitches and like you said, oh, I don't want a wife. I just want to fuck a bunch of bitches. You think you're a good man? You think you're productive to the community? You think you're helpful to the black community? You think you're empowering the black community with the attitude that you have? No. You're a continuation of the same thing you say holds you down. Institutionalized racism or some shit like that. You're the reason. You're the reason. Because you won't get a fucking job. You won't get a wife. You won't raise your kids.
Lord have mercy on us all. Lord have mercy on us all. We need another 60 seconds of sharing because there's more. This is only halfway through the video. This is only halfway through. It gets worse. It gets worse. If you feel that this is a conversation that we need to have with one another, go ahead and tag somebody right now. 60 seconds. Tag. There's 824 people on YouTube, 292 on Facebook. And I'm going to open up the phone lines because this is a conversation that needs to be had. I am disgusted by what it is that I am seeing right now. I've never in my life ever witnessed anything like this. And I am low-key embarrassed for this dude. There's so much that we need to discuss in here. You know, it's like, go ahead, share the video. I'm going to put your comments up so you can see the people who are sharing. Go ahead, share somebody, right? He's giving out these talking points that are very true for the community. And this BuckDancing bussy beta boy is over here grabbing onto his ankles as the white man calls him out his name on his channel. I want you all to do me a favor, right? I want you to go to my Facebook page and just scroll down. I'll show you. I put up a post the other day on my Facebook page. I'll go to it, facebook.com/Tanya TKO show. I'm going to show you my page real quick. This is my Facebook page. So I have a few videos that this is me live right now. This is us, right? That was us yesterday. And then I put up this picture right here, right? Where I'm talking about my makeup. Oh, after all that drama yesterday, I decided to do my makeup, right? I want you to see there are 524 comments on a post which should not be controversial, right? I want you to see the number of Black men in my comments who are talking to me about my fucking hair and makeup. In a world where a Black person is killed by a police officer less than every 24 hours, in this country here alone, there's dudes on my Facebook page, Black men, with all the work that needs to be done and all the building that needs to be done. And they're talking to me about my hair, my makeup. I don't like lashes. Oh, your lashes are too long. They're ugly. Talking about lashes and how to do my goddamn hair. Meanwhile, I want you to go. Look at the page. Look at the men who are on here talking about my hair and my makeup. I want you to see there's 522 comments on there. But when the white man comes to him, you don't see these Black men going over to the white supremacist pages. I mentioned that for a reason, because this man on this phone call is about to mention something that is key. This is why I want you to tag people to the video. Go ahead. Thank you for tagging, and thank you for inviting your people in and trusting me to guide this conversation for us here today. I'm going to open up the apples in a moment where I'll read your comments live on the air. But this man, a white man, gets on the phone with him and starts dominating him on the phone. And the only thing that he can do is sit there submissively, bending over and busting his backside wide open for this dude.
You're the reason. What I'm telling young men listening to this podcast tonight, look for a good woman.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can I ask you something real quick? What is your definition of a perfect woman or a good woman?
There's no such thing as a perfect woman, just as
I want you to note. Can I ask you something real quick? Asking for permission to ask this man who has called him out of his name 3 times already. Asking him for permission to ask him a question on his show.
there's no such thing as a perfect man.
Okay.
What I would call a good woman is a woman who doesn't sleep around, who doesn't have a high-ass body count, who's okay with traditional gender roles, who's okay with staying at home, who's okay with supporting her husband.
Wait. So you just hold on. You just want a woman who's okay with gender roles and supporting her husband. You don't want a woman who's cheerful about it. You just want a woman who's just okay with it.
So now you're playing semantics, and that's like a weird trick. So what I'm saying is that, I have a traditional wife. I have a family, and my wife enjoys being at home with the kids.
Okay, well, see, that's what I just wanted you to say that part, because someone being okay with something and someone enjoying and supporting and celebrating it is two different things. That's all I was saying. It wasn't about semantics. It was more about her attitude while she's fulfilling her role as a woman to you.
Explaining himself.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could, I could walk to the closest college campus to where I live, find a hardcore feminist, give her the best dick she's ever had, and then put her in a house that she thinks is nice. Then if I pay the bills and I support her and love her, her whole mindset will change.
Right.
She's going to go from fighting the patriarchy to loving playing with little baby's feet.
Right. Okay.
But this whole thing about fuck bitches, I just want to fuck them. I don't care about, monogamy. I don't care about marriage.
So you believe that a man has to be monogamous to be a good man? Is that what you think?
All right, here we go. So listen, what have you seen so far? What have you seen? So far, you have seen him bow his head and kowtow to this caller. What are your thoughts about what you've seen so far? I want to see your comments, right? He's so done. Truth hurts. This dude replying to BA. I just came, but I'm glad that everyone is cashing out on this blank fool. His mouth is reckless. This is a white train wreck. When is the host going to push back? Look, this is a 20-minute conversation. 20 minutes. And I want you to see how this man, I want you to see how he addresses the man who called him the N-word 3 times. I want you to see how he refers to him. I hear the apples coming in. Go ahead and send your apples. I'm going to read them on air. I'm going to do that in 5 more minutes of this right here. And then we'll come over. But I want you to see male chauvinist. We don't bow down. White men, MAGA, oops. I'm disgusted. He get in school. He never addressed it. Yeah, look, let's continue.
To be a good man? Not a good man, but a good leader, yes. Because evidently drama will come up.
So a man has to be. So to be a good leader, a man needs to be monogamous. That's your position.
Yeah, well, white cultures practice monogamy. Black culture, practices, polygamy, and we can see whose culture is doing better. So yeah, I would say being monogamous is the way to go.
Are you? So is that an admission of your race being white? Because we haven't got that yet.
No, yeah, I'm a white man.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because you was popping off at the mouth with the niggas. So I just wanted to make sure it was a white dude calling up the show using the word nigga.
He wanted to make sure that it was a white man calling him the N-word. He wanted to, why? You know what? I realized so much after listening to this phone call. So he want to make sure that it's the white man so that he could complain about it. Look, a white man called me the N-word. Look, a white man choked me. Look, a white man blocked me from getting into my building. Look, a white man put his knee on me now. A white man stopped me from getting a job. A white man. How much longer are you going to be complaining about this here white man before something in your masculinity kicks in to be like, no, knees on my neck. I'm going to arm myself. No. The conversation gets even more intense. I hear the apples coming in. I'm gonna give me one more minute and then we'll grab the apples. We'll grab the apples in another minute here.
I will call you a nigger or say nigger. I don't give a fuck. I show my face. I'm very, very, very active in white power politics in my state.
Are you a part of the triple K clan?
You heard the man say, I will call you the N-word. I will show my face. I'm very active in the white power regions in my community. You heard him. While the black men are on my page talking about my hair and my makeup, my eyelashes and my lip gloss, these white power pages and these white boys, these country boys are stocking up their ammunition. While N-words is turning the guns on one another, these country boys. How many of you out here think country boys don't got guns? And these people, I got 100 guns, 100 clips, and all this. I'll shoot you in, I'll shoot you down, N and B's, and all this other stuff. They're using their guns on one another. Meanwhile, this guy told him to his face, you think that we don't know? And he's like, are you a part of the Triple K clan? He can't even say it. He can't even say it. This is unbelievable to me.
So the Ku Klux Klan hasn't really existed since the 1970s. So that's
okay.
Like just shows your ignorance. It's all.
Hey, of course I would be ignorant to that. I'm not white. I don't know what the fuck you guys do. I'm asking. I am ignorant. Yes.
So why are you side skirting?
No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off topic, but you kind of sidestepped. No.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off topic, but you kind of. Oh, Zaddy! Come on. He's apologizing to him on his show for taking the conversation wherever the host chooses to take it. Listen.
I'm asking. I am ignorant. Yes.
So why are you side skirting?
No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off topic, but you kind of sidestepped.
I can't understand. I cannot understand. I don't understand. This man is buck dancing, bending over and popping his pussy, spreading it wide for this man. Yes, Daddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sidestep. Let me check these apples. Ooh. Listen. All right, let's check these. If you want to send yours, send it in quickly. There's a 20-second delay, so give it some time to get here. Uche says, my husband said he would hang up after the first ER. You know what? That call needed to be dominated, but it's a lot more than just the N-word. There's a lot more. It's about the disempowerment of Black men in general in this society. This call gets worse. Just wait for it. He's being clowned and he's still being submissive. Exactly. I'm so disgusted. What a shame. Thank you. That's Uche who sent that in. Tanisha says, he spoke facts. This is just embarrassing, BM, Black men. Yes, absolutely. Rachel says, my husband said, wait, I feel, Uche, I feel like we got those messages mixed up. He's being clowned. Okay, my bad. Rachel sends the $5, says her husband said he would have hung up. Rachel also says after he cussed him out. Yeah, you know what the thing is? The best retort is to not even have to be there cussing people out in the first place, that your actions and your dominance speaks volumes. Imagine if he would have been there cussing out this man on the phone, but in real life, he has no power to even stop his knee from being on his neck. Choking him, I can't breathe. The weak, disempowered state that Black men continue to put themselves in without pivoting and doing the things necessary to get out of it. And part of what will help Black men get out of it is by forming strong families and ways to protect those families and provide for those families. But instead, and we're going to get into this in the next part, Kanisha says he can't even stand up for himself. No, he can't. Uche comes back and says, this issue Black men should speak on, not weaves and lashes. Exactly, but it's so much easier to attack Black women, to attack the people at the lowest end of the social strata. It's so much easier to attack us. All right, I'm going to give hearts to those when I get a chance. Let me put a heart right here to know where I stopped off at. And we'll come back to the apples. So thank you all so much for sending those apples in. So let's jump back to this man, and I'm going to take, in about 10 more minutes, we'll read some more apples, so you can go ahead and send those in right now. Worse than a child, says Quinn. Yes, let's continue.
No, hold on, real quick. Hold on, sir. Hold on, please.
I need you to pay attention. How does the white man refer to him, and how does he refer to the white man? What did he just call this man who called him the N-word 3 times on his show? Listen. If you didn't catch it, I'll play it again.
No, hold on, real quick. Hold on, sir. Hold on.
Well, how does he refer to him? What is the word that he uses to refer to this man who has admitted that he is in white supremacy groups? A man who has called him the hard ER N-word 2 times. And no. He called him it 3 times. And the GA twice. How does he refer to him? How does he refer to this man who's calling into his show, asserting his dominance over him? Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. He calls him sir. Is you mad? Are you crazy? This is embarrassing. Black men, how do you feel about this?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off topic, but you kind of sidestepped. No, hold on, real quick. Hold on, sir. Hold on, please. I want to continue the conversation. I do. But I'm just letting you know that I wasn't trying to sidestep it. But before, when I asked you if you were white, you sidestepped and didn't answer the question. So I just wanted to make sure I'm dealing with a white man from a white perspective. That's all.
I made a joke about being Asian non-binary.
I know you, and that was a sidestep about your race.
I know the average IQ for blacks is like 85, but it was a joke. It was a fucking joke. So
this man is insulting Black women, Black children, Black grandparents, the entire Black community. He claims that the average IQ for Black people is 85. And this buck dancing beta boy, this broken buck broken, bussy popping boy starts laughing. What the hell is going on? He starts chuckling when this man says that the average IQ for Black people is 85. I believe the IQ of a person with Down syndrome is 70, I believe. And then I want you to hear how he continues to refer to us.
Your race.
I know the average IQ for blacks is like 85, but it was a joke. It was a fucking joke. So, yeah.
And it was funny, but it was still a sidestep. You still didn't answer my question. That's all. But so
Yes,
so
I'm a
so
white
and
man.
so
Yes,
so that's
yes,
what I'm
I'm a white
saying.
man.
You think that your idea, the white culture's idea of family is a better, more productive frame of reference than that of a black or colored family.
Well,
Now he's calling us colored. He done regressed to the effing plantation. This Negro is now calling us colored. The black or colored family, sir. He done regressed to a Negro plantation mindset. You see, this is what many people have been telling you all along. When it comes to building, they have no interest in building or protecting what it is that they built. And it is like that not only in this country, but in many countries across the world. Actually, there is no country, there's no black nation on this earth whose army can combat the US Army, the US military, or even the British military. And now can't even combat China's military. If you can't protect what you own, then you don't really own it. If you can't keep it, you don't own it. You're just holding on to it until somebody stronger takes it out your damn hands. It gets worse, just a little bit worse. I know you can't believe that it gets worse, but it gets just a little bit worse from here. And when we get off of this video, when we're no longer live, I want you to share the video anyway, because I feel that people need to see this and have this conversation, because this man is not speaking lies. Well, besides how he starts capping at the end and start trying to, play some games talking about black people have this low IQ, and how he starts then how the conversation devolves from here. But he's like, oh, and that was funny, sir. Come on, this man called you all types of N-words and you calling him sir?
Of reference than that of a black or colored family.
Color.
Well, whose kids have more in prison? Whose kids, have built the world? So yeah, absolutely. There's a reason. The best thing, I like to reference. We can look at Jim Crow and segregation back in like the 1950s. The black family was stronger in 1950 than they are today. Right. And that's because they had a Western, culture that was enforced on them. Your people have to be told what to fucking do. Your people have to be under the boot, because if not, you just go fucking crazy. The black rate of father in house has gotten significantly worse since the end of segregation.
Yes.
So
I need us to take some time to listen to this, because as this man is taking his steel-toe boot and turning it 360 degrees clockwise in this man's colon, I want you to see how this man is nodding. I want us to listen to this point about segregation again, because this white man makes some crazy point, and I don't understand how this dude sat there and did not contest one word that this man said. This is so weak. This is so pathetic. This is embarrassing. What woman would want to lay down with this man and have his children after he just allowed another man to ream him from the rooter to the tutor on air?
Family was stronger in 19.
Listen, let's go back.
Well, whose kids have more in prison? Whose kids, have built the world?
So, whose kids have more in prison? So these N-words, these people abandon their children and don't give them a fighting chance. They don't have the pride inside themselves enough to be able to look after, care for, and raise their children. Instead, they abandon them and leave them to the streets, right? They go and impregnate mothers who are ill-equipped to be single mothers and then complain about even this bum, Kevin Samuels. From what it is that I'm hearing from another vlogger who looked it up, His child support was, I believe, $300 a month, and he petitioned to get it lowered down to $200 a month, and then still didn't even pay that for 10 years from the time his child was 10 to 20. And then he wiggles his little narrow, well, it ain't so narrow anymore with his childbearing hips. Then he wiggles his ass onto the internet to start talking about how he's a high value man. Meanwhile, his child, if you saw his child, which I have, and there's some pictures going around on the internet of somebody that they're claiming is his daughter. But no, I've seen his daughter and she has the exact face as him. His family must be naturally thin because his daughter is a beanpole and she's like trying to dance and stuff on the internet. She has on glasses and she has the exact Kevin Samuels face. Exact Kevin Samuels. And she looks so self-conscious, the type of look that a girl has when her father never told her that he loved her. So these men leave their children to fend for themselves. And meanwhile, other people's communities are getting bigger, stronger, and broader. This man talked about how Black families were doing better under segregation, right? And part of the reason that Black families were doing better under segregation is because there was a need for Black people to, one, buy goods and services from other Black people. Two, they were educated by Black people who had pride in themselves and who understood the plight that they were all in. Instead of thinking that the white man's ice was colder and participating in wanting to infiltrate. You know what happened when we were allowed to, when we were allowed to integrate? We started thinking, remember, we talked about inferior goods and how when your money goes up, your desire for inferior goods goes down. Black people then thought what Black people had before was inferior. They brought in all these Caucasoid teachers to teach our children who in their mind had already been programmed that our children were inferior. I want you to hear how this white man on the phone refers to Black people and our children, etc. He said that Black people cannot govern themselves, that they need a boot on their neck, that they need the white man to govern us because we are mere beasts, according to him. And this Black man sits on the phone listening to this. When we were able to integrate and Black men, oh, where the white women at? Where the white women at? Then they wanted to go get the white women. What do you think that does for your community and your upward mobility or lack thereof? When you're so busy telling the white man that you feel that his genes are so much better, that you want a woman who carries his genes, that you want to take. When you look at interracial relationships, the Black men who make the most money are the ones most likely to interracially mate and date because they want to take their resources and give it back to the white man, because they want some sort of proximity to prove he's worthy. Imagine how foolish they look, that they want to show that they're the most dominant man by showing that they feel that the white man's genes are better. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Let's continue going forward, because there's just a little bit more of this at this point.
Whose kids have more in prison? Whose kids, have, built the world? So yeah, absolutely. There's a reason. The best thing, I like to reference, we can look at Jim Crow and segregation back in like the 1950s. The Black family was stronger in 1950 than they are today. Right. And that's because they had a Western, culture that was enforced on them. Your people have to be told what to fucking do. Your people have to be under the boot. Because if not, you just go fucking crazy. The black rate of father in house has gotten significantly worse since the end of segregation. That's true. You tell me why black men, once they get their freedom, they don't stay with their family. Why?
I don't.
Why? Why are Black men abandoning their family and then blaming Black women for the abandonment when you as a man made a choice? Other men are looking at you and seeing you with your beast-like behavior, going from here to there, just producing children that you just squirt out your semen and walk away. They're looking at you like a beast. and you're behaving like one for them. And this man is so undereducated in how we got to where it is that we are today, that he has no retort, that this man is going to sit up here on the internet talking about how the bitch is this and bitches better do this and he's gonna FBs and he doesn't want to get married and he's not the marrying type. And even this white man, with all the nonsense that he's talking on the phone, believes that monogamy is the way to be a good leader.
You tell me why black men, once they get their freedom, they don't stay with their family. Why?
I don't know. Maybe we're weak, like you say.
Yo, I'm embarrassed for this dude. I don't know. Maybe we're weak, like you say. He assumed the position and jumped right into his submissive beta boy BuckDancing role. That's why the thumbnail of this video is a male bending over as a white man strains behind him. Come on. I don't know. Maybe we're weak, like you say.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe we're weak, like you say.
Oh, you're not weak. You're just, you're beast of the field. You need white men to tell you.
And then now the guy feels empowered. The white dude feels empowered now, because now the black guy has become submissive. Maybe we're weak, and so now the white man has to be like, no, well, he didn't expect that. He didn't expect this level of submission from a man who calls himself an alpha male, or probably calls himself an alpha male, because I don't know what this boy talks about on his podcast. That the white man had to start hemming and hawing. Well, you're not weak. And then he's just like patting him on the head. It's just that you need white Zaddy to tell you what to do. He called him a beast. He called him a beast of the field. And look at his face. Look. This is a black man broken. You shouldn't be anywhere trying to instruct anybody. You need to be someplace in therapy trying to undo the 600 years of damage. You need to be someplace trying to fix your goddamn self on the inside so that you can figure out why you're not down with the brown, why you don't like dark meat, why she's better if she's a red bone. More aligned and have more closer proximity to whiteness. You need to understand this submissive relationship that you have with white men and why it is the natural position that in their presence, you drop your head down low and your pants down even lower. God damn.
Oh, you're not weak. You're just, you're beast of the field. You need white men to tell you how to live and show you how to live.
We're beast of the field. We're beasts of the field, and we need to be led by white men. That's what you just said?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And the biggest thing.
Got you. No semblance of any fight back whatsoever. No semblance of the warrior spirit. No sense of black men. What are your thoughts about this? I need to know. I'm going to open up the goddamn phone lines because I need to hear from black men. I'm going to take a apple break right now because this right here. Yay! My goodness. Listen, I need to hear from you all. All right. Kay says it was black women he would be going after, her wigs and looks, because they got the retorts for that. They know what to say when it's a black woman, but when it's a white man, they don't know what to say. Alyssa says dominated via telephone. Shameful. Yes, dominated. Cuckolded. In front of his own audience. Uche says, OMG, colored family. He's down on his knees now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Self-love says, sister contracted COVID-19. Black women most educated. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear about your sister. Sorry to hear that. Uche comes back and says, most leaders in the world are married and monogamous. Oh my gosh. Listen, let's refresh and make sure that we got all of them. Go ahead and send your Apple in now, and I'll read them during the next break. I'm going to open up the phone lines because I need to hear from you all about this madness. Because this right here is embarrassing to my spirit and my soul. I hurt for
beast of the field. We're beasts of the field, and we need to be led by white men. That's what you just said?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And the biggest example, I would say, you're beasts of the field. If you read the Bible, it says that beasts like to mate back to back. And we all know how black men love big old fat asses. You mate back to back. You're beast. You're beast.
Right.
And without white men telling you how to live, you fall apart. And that's we can see that.
Right.
We can see that in South Africa. We can see that in Rhodesia. We can see that in America.
So this guy is nodding and and all of this. I'm going to rewind it for you because I need us to just take special note of this. That this man is using the Bible to look at his face. Look at his face. The man on the phone is using the Bible to defend his racist stance, and yet we Negroes all over the damn world are still pulling out this book and thumping it and singing his praises, spitting in each other's eyes and rubbing mud and semen all over our faces to be near this Bible. Listen. He may be trolling, but this black man has become submissive to this troll on the line. But, in every joke, there's a little bit of truth. And so this man is just going harder and harder on him.
You're beast.
Right.
And without white men telling you how to live, you fall apart. And that's we can see that.
Right.
We can see that in South Africa. We can see that in Rhodesia. We can see that in America. Anytime the white man gives you free reign to do what you want to, you just fuck, and pop out kids and resort to tribalism and gang warfare.
Wait, hold on. You said the white man gave us free reign, but aren't you supposed to be telling us? Wait, you're saying that the white man needs to tell us what to do, but the white man has also given us free reign to fuck.
Yeah, no. So what I'm saying is, when you were under segregation, you had a better life.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Appreciate it. Right. I appreciate you for clearing that up.
And then
I don't understand. He's thanking him. I appreciate you for clearing that up, sir.
And then when the white man, So what I'm saying is, when you were under segregation, you had a better life.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Appreciate it. Right. I appreciate you for clearing that up.
And then when the white man, stops, you fall apart.
Right. When we were able when like slavery and Jim Crow stopped, we were able to make our own decisions, and it just kind of showed that our culture was going to fail anyway. Is that what you're saying, basically?
Well, it's not even your culture. It's your genetics, your beast.
Right.
I need you all to hear what this mother effer just said. He's just going one step further and further into the denigration and degradation. It's not your culture. It's your genetics, your beasts. This is what this man just said to him on the phone. It's not your culture. It's not your culture. It's your genetics, your beasts. He's going to sit here and let this man say that he is genetically inferior. I saw somebody put up a comment saying, come to South Africa and try that they got something for them in South Africa. South Africa is where they had apartheid, right? Where they kept Nelson Mandela in prison for 30 years, was it, in South Africa? I read a stat that a girl in South Africa is more likely to be the R word, intimately assaulted, than be educated in South Africa. This is what I read, that stat. I don't know. But I can imagine that there are issues all over the world. And I don't know how it is that these people came to other people's land and were able to dominate people on their own land. I guess they came with the guns, they came with the Bible, they came with lead. They used their violence and their demonic, devilish ways. And even to this day, we are still practicing these religions. And in South Africa, from what it is that I saw video footage of white people preparing for Black people to come and try to take the land that they stole, the ones that they have their farms on, making millions exporting product in South Africa. Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that right now, as we speak, that there's not a debate about whether or not they should reclaim the land that Caucasoids came over to South Africa to steal. I want to know whether or not that's true. I want to know. Because we can talk a good game, but when all is said and done, what does the data show about how we are faring all over the world, how we're doing all over the world, in Africa, in South America, in Central America, in the Americas? How are Black people doing? And what are Black men doing about changing that narrative? Besides going and spreading his seed far wider than his money can reach, not getting the money to even cover the seeds that he spreads. And you know what? We have to stop referring to it as seeds, because women have the seed and men have the fertilizer, fertilizing all over the way. And Black women, what are we doing that we're continuing to lay down with men who can't protect and refuse to provide for the children which we give them? I want to know. I want to know. Let's continue.
It showed that our culture was going to fail anyway. Is that what you're saying, basically?
Well, it's not even your culture. It's your genetics, your beast.
Right.
I mean, do you disagree? Let me. You're a Black man, I'm guessing. Yes or no?
Yeah, so you're not watching the show? You can't. I'm on YouTube live right now. My face is on there. How did you get this number if you're not watching the show?
Do you think that the father being absent from Black homes is one of the main issues that the Black community faces?
Well, it's definitely an issue. That's a part of why I do what I do, because I feel like there's a lot of guys out there that need a certain level of direction when it comes to finding value in themselves, in general, whether they're white or Black.
So why are you telling them just to fuck women?
I don't tell men to do that, sir. I don't tell men to do that.
Do you see how he referred to him again? This man just a few moments ago called this man a beast. A beast. And how does he refer to him? What does he call this man? I'll rewind it in case you didn't hear it.
In general, whether they're white or Black.
So why are you telling them just to fuck women?
I don't tell men to do that, sir. I don't tell men.
I'll rewind that for you. This man called him the N-word 4 times, a beast 3 times, and told him that his average IQ is 85. And look at how he refers to him.
Do that, sir. I don't tell men to do that.
Oh, I heard you talking.
What did you hear me say? Tell me what you heard. Tell me what you heard, please.
If a bitch don't worship me or prioritize me, she has to crawl back to me. Spoken like a true nigger. So see, that's the thing.
Rest in peace to this man's manhood. Look his face. Spoken like a true N-word hard ER. Spoken like a true N-word hard ER. The man asked him, you don't think that that's true? That you all are beasts? He didn't even answer that.
Prioritize me, she has to crawl back to me. Spoken like a true nigger.
So these are
meant to do that.
I want to hear you heard him call him sir.
Why are you telling them just to fuck women?
I don't tell men to do that, sir. I don't tell men to do that.
Oh, I heard you talking.
What did you hear me say? Tell me.
And so he is going to quote him. Oh, these bees need to crawl to me. These bees. So you talk a good game. I don't know who knows this man or not, but if I had enough time before this broadcast, I would have found. But you know what? This was a live show. And this man, this dude right here, the person who's being called a beast, this guy, he uploaded this onto his page. So I don't know where the full video is to hear whether or not he was calling women bees, but I believe the man on the phone because I've heard other men in this community talk that way.
Tell me what you heard. Tell me what you heard, please.
Please.
If a bitch don't worship me or prioritize me, she has to crawl back to me. Spoken like a true nigger. So like, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. You're a piece of shit, bro. Your race is a piece of shit. You're a waste to America.
Can I explain a little bit about what I said?
What did you just hear there? Can I explain a little bit about what I just said? I want to put that on my soundboard for Buck Broken. Come on. Can I explain a little bit about what I said? When he started the show, I need you to stay in the position of a person who understands that you're calling into someone's show. By the end of the call, can I explain a little bit about what I just said? Can I explain a little bit about what I just said? Can I want that on my soundboard. I want that on my soundboard. Can I explain a little bit about what I just said? But you know what? I'm a woman and I don't even get that submissive to my callers. And I definitely don't kowtow. Those of you who have ever, try me and see. Show me footage of me kowtowing. And he wants a woman. No wonder you need someone to submit to you because you're so weak. No wonder these black men are calling women masculine because you're so damn feminine. No wonder you need a woman to lower herself because you yourself are so damn low. You're so low. You're so weak that a woman has to basically be free of any rights or autonomy in order to be able to get along with you. This is why there's so many coming over to my page talking about, that's why you're single. As if we would be better off with a person like this slung around our neck like a wet beaver. Come on, weighing us down with his big, wide, pounding tail. Unbelievable. I want that on my soundboard. Can I?
True nigger. So like, see, that's the thing. You're a piece of shit, bro. Your race is a piece of shit. You're a waste in America.
Can I explain a little bit about what I said and that I feel you probably got a little wrong?
No, let me ask you a question. Okay. I have one question.
Okay.
If I was willing to pay,
so he asked Massa for permission. Oh, Massa, let me get down lower, Massa. Let me get down lower. He asked Massa for permission. question, and Massa didn't even let him ask it. Can I explain a little bit about what I'm saying? Can I explain a little bit about what I'm saying? Can I, hey, hey, buck dance, I'm buck dancing, hey, Massa, can I explain, oh, hey, Massa, Massa, can I, Massa, can I explain, Massa, Massa, can I explain, toot up the boot, can I explain, can I explain? Come on.
Like right now, on air.
Yes.
If I was willing to pay, to pay, like right now, on air.
I need to go back to that. Can I explain?
Probably got a little wrong.
Your race is a piece of shit. You're late to America.
Can I explain a little bit about what I said and that I feel you probably got a little wrong?
No, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I have one question.
Okay.
If I was willing to pay, like right now, on air.
Yes.
If I was willing to pay for you to get a passport and a plane ticket to Africa, any country in Africa that you choose, would you take it?
No.
No.
Yeah,
nigga, you crazy. Listen, wherever you are, son, call me. Come give me the ticket, mother effer. I got the passport already. Pay for my ticket to Africa. What the hell? And this man said, no, this is a wonderful free vacation that this Caucasoid is willing to pay for. And the thing about it is that so convinced are these people with the lowered status of Africa in their mind. Mind you, Africa is a continent, right? That they can confidently say that they would give a person a passport with a ticket to Africa and whether or not they would take it. If there's any white racist out there who would like to buy me a ticket to Africa, please, by all means, buy it. I'll take a few of them. If the 10 people, I'll be on vacation all year next year. Send me some tickets, mother effers. Come on. And he's like, no. Look his face. He's like, no, I wouldn't take it. Come on. I hear the apples going crazy over here. Let's check some apples. Let's check some apples. I saw somebody's comment earlier said her soul has left her body. Lord have mercy. I need that's the remix. We didn't know we needed, but here we go. Hey. 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 All right, here we go. All right, Anetta says, this is humiliating. This white man knows he's ignorant. Exactly. Self-love says, I'm enraged. I want to weep for black men and black women. Yeah, listen, this poll right here is embarrassing. It's a Stefan, by the way, beast my ass. This is what I'm saying. Exactly. This man is sitting up here allowing us to be called beasts. Dominique says, hang up at the very least. Hell, fight or flight. Exactly. At least hang up and run. Be like, I don't know what to say. Click. At least run from it. You gonna stand up there just nodding and bending over? Ugh. Kay sends $1 and says, how can I call in? Phone lines are about to open. Don't worry, Kay. I got you. And Self-Love says, black men don't like black women because they are a reflection. Yes, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Can you do that dance again, says Percy, please? Come forward so I can block you, all right? Come forward so I can block you. All right, Valerie sends $1, says heart, 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 heart. I don't know which dance you're talking about. Which dance are you talking about? You talking about the last dance? Hold on, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you were talking about the bend over dance or the can I explain dance. Sorry, I can do the can I explain dance again. I can do that. Kay says, I emailed you what black men said in the video earlier. Really? Okay, I'm gonna go check that. Thank you. I'm going to go check that. I appreciate that. I'm going to go check my email right now. Thank you. Let's watch the last few minutes of this. Then I'm going to open up the phone lines. And then, I'm sorry, Percy, you have to explain which dance. Because, you know, sometimes I get men who want to try to objectify me. But it's this man who's the one bending over. I was only doing that for demonstration. Demonstration. Not for people to start, you know, trying to objectify me here.
For you to get a passport and a plane ticket to Africa. Any country in Africa that you choose, would you take it?
No.
Yeah, of course not. You want to live around the white man. Fucking.
You know, I didn't listen to this to the end. Did you? I paused it, but did you hear what he was just about to say? He was like, "Would you take the I'm stuttering." He said, "Would you take the ticket?" And he's like, "No, of course not, because you want to live around the white man." Then he said, "Effing." And then I stopped it, but inadvertently. We'll go back. Whoo, chow.
In Africa that you choose, would you take it?
No.
Yeah, of course not. You want to live around the white man. Fucking nigger.
Go to.
Wow. Wow. Dolce is saying he means a one-way ticket. I don't give an F what he means. Didn't you see that black girl who went and pretended that she was a conservative and got all of these people to pay for her college? He could mean a one-way ticket if he wants. I will get 10 one-way tickets. I got the money to fly myself back. Give me the tickets, fools. I would like to go to Tanzania. I would like to go to Uganda. I'd love to even travel up to Morocco. Why not? Sierra Leone, South Africa, Kenya. Ooh, Ethiopia. I would just I will get 10 of these racist fools to give me 10 one-way tickets. Listen, before all is said and done, I will have a multinational conglomerate company set up to play with me. Play with me. Oh my goodness. So listen, let's get these phone lines open. 323-488-3149. That is the telephone number. And we're going to take the first call in right now. Listen, the lines are open right now. I just opened them up. Canada, no, I want to go to Africa. Listen, there's 200 million people in Nigeria. If you sold one bottle of water for $1 to each person, you'd have $200 million. I am all right with going to any country in Africa. Let's talk about it. And let's figure out, because Black people, we need to be figuring out how to combine with people on the motherland to really build commerce, international commerce, and have Africa be a mecca that we can return to and vacation in. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name and where are you calling from? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me make sure that I don't have my thing set up to be... Okay, you're on the air. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Bianca. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Hey, Bianca from Houston. All right, talk to us. What is your comment about this whole entire boondoggle?
Well, first I want to say that the caller smeared his balls all over the guy hosting the show, his face. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So where do I begin? Let me pull the car over because I got to pull over for this. I got to stop work and pull over for this one. Where do I begin? Um, I don't understand why he was continuing to smile and laugh. I don't know what was funny. I didn't find any of those comments and the statements that he made to him funny at all. But I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked at all. This is what's been going on for a long time. A lot of black men, they'll sit and they'll talk to you about what you got on, how your makeup look, how your eyelashes look, but they can't tell you about what's going on in the community. You're not trying to build us and help us out. I'm not trying to go on a rant, but it's just disturbing, and it's disturbing, and it gets your spirit boiling because it's disgusting. Yeah. This is why, I definitely, I don't like to say this, but I definitely would, I tread lightly when it came to marriage and marrying a black man. I definitely treaded lightly because later on, after dealing with them so many times, so many heartbreaks and disappointments, I definitely was like, no, I'm not doing this again. So I decided to divest. Because they have to look within themselves first to even understand what it is that they have to fix. They don't even, like right now, they are like dead men walking. They don't even understand what it is that's going on. They don't even understand that they got so many issues going on. They don't even know where to start. So it's just, I'm just disgusted. So, I mean, that's all I got to say.
It's crazy that the women are so fired up. What's going on with the men? How are black men... how are they dealing with this? How are they? What were their thoughts about this? You know what I mean? Thank you so much for calling in. There's a lot of calls I want to get through, so I'm going to take the next one. Thank you for pulling over and dropping those gems. All right. Have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Bye. All right, phone lines are open. I'm going to take the next call. And then, Clay, I got the email. The email of black woman to black man, treat me the same way you treat the white men you smile at and work for every day instead of giving me hell and the least of you. Ooh, that sounds like a word right there. Oh, my gracious. Ooh, wow. Let's see if we could catch a little bit of that.
Well, it isn't. So everybody's jiving, but let's jive on that level. If I love you, I can't lie to you. Of course you can lie to me, and you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. What Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course you'll lie to me. Because I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat you the way I treat him.
You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell. Because I love you, I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. Is that too much of the black woman to ask of the black man? For 10 years, so that we can get a child on his feet that says, yeah, father smiled at mother. He talked to me about school today. Who cares that you can read or can't read? Most Americans can't read. Most people can't read. They look at the pictures.
Baby, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, and I don't disagree. But no, I'm going to be honest and think about it really. I'm not so sure that is a human possibility. I have to smile all day.
You know what I find most stunning about this is I've seen a lot of videos of James Baldwin. I've seen him at Congress. I've seen him speak before white people and shut the room down. To see him speechless. Woo! Let me grab this call. You're on the air live with Tanya TKO. What's your name?
Hi, Tanya. This is Cassandra.
Hi, you said your name is Sandra?
Cassandra.
Hey, Sandra, I just need you there's an echo in the background. I just need you to turn that down. Where are you calling from, Sandra?
I'm calling from West Africa.
Oh, which country?
I'd rather not say at the moment, but you and I have spoken before, so you probably know.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right, talk to us. Give us. So you've expatriated, correct? You've left this God
Yeah, I
person.
left.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I left. I want to share something.
Yeah.
It broke my heart to hear that man say he did not want to go back to Africa.
Yeah.
But I understand why he said it. We have been told an untruth, and they have embedded in our brain that Africa is a unsafe, unclean, uncultured place.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got here for the first time last year, the first thing I said was, we have been told a lie.
Yes. Yes. I felt that way in Ghana. There were people asking why didn't I want to take it to Nigeria and Ghana. I've been there. Look at the playlist. I've been there, but I see. I know what you're saying. There are many lies being told, but this is your time to talk. Please go ahead.
So I think what's happening is we still are being conditioned, or we have been conditioned enough that even when we see the truth in this day and age, there's enough on social media that can show you the beautiful cities of Africa in its various countries. And yet, we still have this negative view about the continent. I even had my own family members make silly comments to me when I got here.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, we are middle-aged and we're still thinking this way. Something is wrong. But I will tell all of your listeners, whether someone gives you a ticket or you buy your own, get here. It will change your life.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You've visited several countries around Africa. That's why I said send me many tickets so I can visit many different places. What are some places that you think Black Americans should visit? Name some of the countries.
Oh, my goodness. I would start with, oh, my God, you know, there's so many. Okay. First of all, I would say go to West Africa, because that's where most of our ancestors were taken from, right? So you want to go to a place where you see Black people that look like you.
Yeah. Yeah. And oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. In Ghana, they have this predisposition for dimples in Ghana. So you see all of these men with all these dimples, and when they smile, it's just like, oh, it's like chocolate melting all over you. Oh my goodness. Ah, the memories, the memories. Oh. All right, so go ahead. West Africa. Which countries in West Africa can you recommend? Thank you. All right, Ghana. Where else?
There is, what else is there? I'd like to go to, okay, so if you like music and fashion, Ghana is the place to go. Nigeria is the place to go. I'm a little further over west. I like beaches. I like coastal places. So I get to walk the beach every morning. I get to enjoy an awesome sunrise. I like West African music and dance.
Yeah,
but
they want to know. I'm sorry. They want to know why won't you name your country? That's what they want to know. Why don't you name the country you expatriated to?
Well, because with social media and with this being a live call, my information can be given out freely, but certain things I just want to keep private.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. All right. So Ghana, Nigeria, where else would you recommend?
I would say Kenya. Go over to East Africa.
Okay.
Tanzania is a place that I went to in Arusha, and I loved it. Zanzibar, I went there, and I loved it. I haven't been to a lot. I went to a couple of places, and then I flew west, and I stayed here. And I thought, oh, they got drums and African dancing and all of that stuff. That's what I'm here for, and so that's why I stayed. I wanted to see more of a Black culture, and so in West Africa, I felt like I found that more. It was easier to see. I didn't have to go looking for it.
Yeah.
It's here all the time.
Yeah, you know what made you decide? So listen, there are people who are speaking in the comments, and I don't want you to address them. I'm going to address them very quickly.
I'm not looking at the comments.
That's fine, but I'm going to say something,
is...
and I don't want to have to put you on hold, so I'm just going to say this, and then I'm going to continue talking to you, but I don't want you to address what I'm going to say right now, because I'm going to say what it is I need to say, okay? I see that there are people in the comments who are saying that they don't believe her, it sounds suspect, she's still in the United States, etc. I met this young lady. I met her. You all know that I have a text notification squad behind the scenes. There are a lot of knockouts that I've met, and I have witnessed her journey. She followed mine when I went over to West Africa, and I have followed her journey, and I know where she is. And I can imagine for security reasons, she won't say where she is, but I know where she is. And the fact that you can hear a sister on the line telling you how beautiful Africa is and the lies that you've been told, and for you to sit there and still behave that way, it says a lot about you. It says a lot about you. And I see some of the people in the comments here who were attempting to disrespect my makeup and my hair. I see some of you commenting, coming back. And so simmer down, please. Learn something. You just saw this man buck dancing and kowtowing before the white man, and you hear a sister on the line telling you about options. Sit back and learn something, please. All right? Sit back, learn something. So anyway, please continue forward with what it is that you were saying. So you decided to settle where it is that you settled because you... Oh, we lost the call. Oh, my Lord. See, you all done made the call just by me having to address you all. You made the call drop. Oh, listen, from what it is that I'll say, you know what, let's jump back to this video real quick, and then we'll take the next call when it comes through.
And the cat on the job, the foreman. You don't understand why I'm smiling. Not because I want to smile, I'm smiling because that baby needs new shoes. I can't give a performance all day on the job and come home and give a performance all night in the house.
Okay, so one of the performances will stop.
Yes. So you say, and okay, I might be willing to go with it, but who's going to pay the rent?
You're back to that again. The rent will get paid.
Look, baby.
For those of you who don't know, that's Nikki Giovanni on the left. She's an acclaimed author. And she is a poet, an author. She is an amazing orator. And she is given the business to James Baldwin, who I've never seen. I've never seen him speechless before. And so he's talking about why he kowtows at work because baby needs some shoes. He's gay, by the way. So he was not interested in women. He was openly gay. And so in this conversation, I can imagine that he is creating a perspective from a Black heterosexual male's point of view and why he cannot come home and pretend.
I'm willing to play it your way, but you have to see my point of view.
I see your point of view, but the rent will have to get paid.
The price of the rent is my smile.
No. I don't want you prostituting yourself. I demand.
I don't want you prostituting yourself either. One of us has got to work.
You will work it out because you are intelligent enough and you are sensitive enough. You are a man enough to work out a new system Because
drill from
we started off
smoking.
with Everybody's Protest now, and we're back there again. As long as the assumptions are the same, nothing will change.
Okay.
So we must corner ourselves to make a new assumption.
Okay, I buy it.
In case it was sort of like left up in the air, or somebody, you know, like I didn't get it across. I really think that my father, you know, Jones Giovanni, is a groovy cat, you know, and he's lived with my mother now for 35 years under holy wedlock, and I think that that's good for them. You know, I think that that sort of thing worked for them, and I think that that's the main thing, that they were able to love despite it all.
That's what we were talking about before.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
And you, by the way, you did not have to tell me that you were your father. I knew that.
Yeah, I think he's a gas.
Yes,
I just don't want to marry him.
So they were talking about some other stuff. Woo, child. That right there was deep and heavy.
So I'm still sitting in the parking lot of Walmart. But
we don't have dreams these days. How the hell can you have a dream? For what?
Well, it isn't.
So everybody's jiving, but let's jive on that level.
She's so cute.
If I love you, I can't lie to you.
Of course you can lie to me, and you will. If you love me and you're going...
Wow, this piece right here was
Let me
so
just tell y'all,
deep.
TikTok just removed the sound to my other video.
In other videos, Facebook. God dang. I'm interested in... All right, so listen. Phone lines are open. 323-488-3149. I appreciate you all. There's a lot of calls bumping up against one another right now that can't get through. If you're trying to get through, just pause for a second, let the next call come through, and then oh my gosh, listen. Is she part of the other community? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know everything about every person, but I can believe you. She is lighter in complexion. So who knows? Who knows? So when you say other, you're talking about the rainbow community? I don't really know. So listen, I see a lot of calls bumping up against one another. They're coming in back to back to back. I see you all calling 919-355-404, 919 404 and 355-365. All of your calls are bumping up against one another. 347-404, and none of them are getting through. So I need somebody has to let me see if I turn off the phone lines again and just open them back up again, if a call will come through, because all of the calls are coming in so quickly. You think, oh wow, is she lesbian? I don't know. Is she? I don't know. Wow. Who knows? All right. So it seems like we're having a difficult time with the calls being able to get through. So what we'll do is we'll read the apples in the meantime. Hey, why not? And I'll just leave this to come. Hey, and open up as it opens. So let me refresh these and get the apples through. Let's hear them coming through. All right, here we go. He's showing how... Oh, now somebody's calling in on the WhatsApp, and now this call is coming through. Oh my goodness, they're coming in every direction. I don't even know what this is. Now they're all coming through at once. All right. So I'll open up the WhatsApp in just a moment. So give me a moment, right? Give me a moment on the WhatsApp. I'll open that up after I take a few more of these American phone calls. So you don't need to call in through here. And then we have Jessica, who sends $2 and says, we are the black male callers. I can imagine that there are a bunch, hopefully. And someone's calling in and saying their call dropped. None of the calls are able to get through right now. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hey, Tanya. My name's Angel.
Hi, Angel. Is this a real call or a prank call?
No, it's real.
Okay. All right. So talk to me.
Okay. About this call with this man, this black man, and his reactions.
Yeah.
What it makes me think of is a combination of things I've had happen to me recently on an interracial dating site.
Oh?
So I'm on this dating site because I have always wanted to look into interracial dating. And it's black men's reactions to me that are upsetting, and it reminds me a little bit of what Nikki Giovanni was saying to James Baldwin. They're getting all in my DMs, going off on me while they're at the same interracial dating site. So they're full of all this rigor and all this rage and ugliness towards me, but I don't think that they're talking to the white women they're coming there to talk to that way.
Hold on. So you're on an interracial dating site to meet someone other than a black man.
Well, I put all ethnicities.
So hold on. And the black men are on there to meet someone other than a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming into your DMs to say what?
Wow. So you want a white man, huh?
Shut the front door.
You like white men, huh?
Shut up. No, I don't believe you. You cannot be.
No, they're saying that. And they're calling me the B word. They're calling me dead wench. And
while they're on an interracial site themselves.
I say that. I was like, sir, you're on an interracial dating site yourself. What are you talking about? Well, the black man this and all the struggles of the black man, as if we've never experienced racism and nothing ever happened to us. And we haven't had a struggle. So that's one thing. But the other thing that happened was really shocking, Tanya, that I just can't believe. This one black man was kind of talking to me on and off and was being very respectful. Because some of the black guys who talk to me are respectful. They genuinely are trying to holler at me. And, I guess it's flattering or whatever. But it's flattering to me if any respectful, worthy-seeming man with a decent profile is being, respectful. So anyway, this black guy is talking to me. And then he, I wasn't particularly interested because he seemed so lukewarm. Well, then he starts asking me about liking white men, but in I don't know how to describe it, a more respectful way, I guess. But I thought it was a trap that he's trying to get me to say it so he can go off on me.
Okay.
So he can go off on me. Oh, it wasn't that. I ended up talking on the phone with this guy, and then we ended up video chatting in the middle of the call. He begged me to say it.
He begged you to say what?
You just put all ethnicities. He said the reason you put all ethnicities is because you really do prefer white men. If I were a black woman, I would too. What would you want with us?
You saw him on video and he was black? You sure?
Yes, I saw him. We video chatted and he said this to me.
If I were a black woman, I would want a white man too. Why would any black woman want a black man? That's what he said to you?
Yes, and it got worse. He said something along the lines of, well, he was saying things that are true, which is black men have all the power and dominance in society.
Who?
And I said, yeah, that's true.
Black men or white men? Because it sounded like you just said black men have all the power and dominance.
No, he said, I might have misspoke. He said that white men have all of the power and dominance in society. So I kind of understood that. But I said something to the effect of, yes, but even though I date white guys and I've had relationships with white guys, and overall in my life, I'd say they've been more enamored or tended to treat me better as a brown-skinned black woman. Sometimes I get called brown-skinned, sometimes I get called dark-skinned. It depends on who you're asking. But either way, I get treated better overall by white men. They're more inclined to get doors for me and stuff like that. However, as a collective, the way they got their dominance and power is pretty messed up. I said that to this guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, it doesn't matter the means that they got it. They got it. And he just said so many things that were upsetting. And then he even started talking about how if there are white guys on there, especially if they're successful, that he hopes I'm giving them a chance because they deserve a chance before he does. And he considers himself a successful black man. It was just very, very
So
bizarre.
he was submissive to the men on the site whom he ain't even met yet.
That he hadn't even met. That's why I was calling. Because it reminded me of this guy.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I should
and the worshiping of white men. And so now he's coming to you with his sick fantasy about hearing about your escapades with white men. That's probably what he wanted to. He probably wanted to touch himself while you talked about white men. He was like, "Tell me about his pink skin. Tell me. Tell me about his thin lips. Tell me."
He claims that his that darn near worship of white men is not sexual. I said, so are you just attracted to white guys yourself, and you're trying to live vicariously through black women you talk to? And he's like, no, that's disgusting, and blah blah blah. No, that's not it. I'm not in it. I just think that it's good to see sisters level up, and that it's about time they did. But it was beyond him saying that. You know what I mean, Tanya? He was saying it like I should be demeaning black men when I talk to white men.
That you should be what?
Be looking down. Like, I got the feeling he was encouraging me to demean black. And he even said to the effect things like, he said, you put all ethnicities. He said, I bet at one time you put that you preferred white guys. And he said, what happened is they got all in your DMs and they were going off on you. And you let some, he said, Negro idiot, that's how he described other black men. You let some Negro idiot talk you into changing your preference on their website. So he was absolutely sure that I definitely and absolutely preferred only white guys, and that was the end of that. And so it was just one of the most shocking conversations I've ever had with anyone, particularly a black man.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. This is stunning. Thank you so much for adding your point of view on this. This gives deeper depth about the worship that they have for these men and why they bow down and continue to allow our communities to be decimated, and why they take the submissive role and continue to allow themselves to be killed every day without picking up arms and defending themselves or their families, but just standing around waiting for black women and little girls at protests to do it for them. Like, come on. Thank you so much.
When I look at it in that. Thank you, and you have a good day, Tanya.
All right. Oh, that was stunning. All right. So we're gonna take the next call. I'm trying to get the WhatsApp connected so I can take international phone calls, because I'm sorry, but this whole thing right here is stunning to me. I have never. You know what? I want to believe this if I didn't see this with my own eyes. If I didn't see this with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it. Oh my goodness. All right. So, I said I'm trying to get the WhatsApp set up. You just bumped it out. So don't call just yet, please. Let me get a chance. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to connect it. Please simmer down. I need to. I'm waiting for a call to come in over here. Every time you call, it bumps me out of the screen that I need to be able to connect the WhatsApp. All right, there we go. So I think it's connected now. All right, so there. I don't want your phone number to show up on the screen, because then you might have you're gonna have people calling you in a moment. Let me try to call you back, dear. Give me 1 second. All right. I hope you can hear it.
Hello.
You're on the air live with Tanya. There's a little bit of a delay, so I just need you to talk to me through the phone, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Veritas. I'm calling from the UK.
All right. Hi, Verita, calling from the UK. Are you London, Midlands? We're in the UK.
I'm from London. I'm a London.
All right. So we have a London
London.
girl in the house. So talk to us. What is your comment about what it is that we have heard here today, this entire boondoggle?
Oh my goodness. Well, the first time I saw the video, I only saw parts of it. And at first I was like, I am so here for this, because now non-Black men are starting to defend Black women, which I've been seeing quite a lot of over the last couple of months. But then when he now started to go into the racial slurs using the N-word, it totally blew me away at how quiet this man was. It's like he was laughing, he was quiet. I call it a slave mentality. He went into like, my mother calls it the slave mentality, because we've experienced this in the past where I've come across a Black man who's been very disrespectful to us as Black women. But as soon as he saw a white man, he was like, "Oh, hello, sir. Would you like an envelope?" And my mother called him out and said to him, "Hold on a second. We've been sitting here the whole time asking for your service and you ignored us. But as soon as you saw a white man, you all of a sudden became kind. You have a slave mentality."
Yes. Was this person Caribbean
And
by
when
any
my mother
chance?
said that, I was like, "Mom, that's mean." But I began to understand what she means, because we've just evidently seen this on his live show.
Yes.
Like, he was totally quiet. And I can guarantee you, if a Black woman called in the show and called him out on his manhood, he would have called us the B word. I'm being careful not to, I don't want to say the full word on your show. I'm respectful of your rules. But he would have called her the B word. Look at your weave. I bet you're single. You're going to die alone. You name it. He would have given her all the beta male insults under the sun. But as soon as a white man called him beast, that's the part that really, and my hand was over my head. I'm sitting in front of my TV screen and my hand is over my head. And I was like, did he just call him a beast and call him an effing N-word? And he was quiet as a mouse.
Church mouse. Yes. Yes.
And here from the UK, and Tanya, I really do adore you. I love the fact that you've been highlighting a lot of the self-love issues. You've been highlighting the self-hate from Black men towards Black women. I've been watching you for months. Here, I just enjoy looking at my screen and seeing you. I just want to let you know you're amazing.
Thank you.
But what's happening is, I don't know whether to call it revolutionary, but in the past, Black women were made out to look like the villains. We were called angry. We were called unsubmissive. We were being told the ones that have the bad attitude. And loads of non-Black women began to believe this lie. And they thought that by dating Black men, that maybe we're the problem. We've seen it with the celebrities. They've been dating Black men and saying, yeah, Black women, you're the problem. But what we've been seeing over the last 2 years is that the whole world is now realizing that Black women were never the issue. They've been getting the same Black men that we have been speaking about for centuries.
Yes. People are realizing that that the complaints that we've had has had merit. Yes.
Exactly. People are realizing it, and then we're now seeing the slave mentality is running rampant.
This real quick. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I wanted to say this real quick.
That's okay.
The woman that gave you that bad service, was she Caribbean by any chance? Because I had a similar experience. Because you know how we all go to the Caribbean restaurants, and the people in the Caribbean restaurants are just plain rude, and it's a joke. It's an ongoing joke, so you don't even take it personally. I was at this farmer's market where this Caribbean woman was doing the kale and all of that, right? Because they have farmers markets that go through different boroughs in New York. And so she was selling the kale and the produce and all of that. And she was real rude to me. I was picking up some of the kale, and she was like, they're all the same. If you don't have to, and she was like, she was just going on. If you seen the top one, you don't have to pick them all up. This is how she was going, right? And then a white man came over. And she was like, sir, let me get a bag for you. Yeah, take a look at all of them. And I couldn't believe the switch. And I made a mental note to myself. I was like, wow, so it's not just that Caribbean people in these restaurants are just damn rude. It's that they know who to be rude to and who they value and whom they don't value. Because I was surprised to see her become so polite. And it's like, we do these things, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. This man's phone call was embarrassing. The way that we behave out here is embarrassing. And the lack of self-love in our community is not just Black men. Black women have to
It's not.
have to rearrange their self-love as well. This is wow. You know what? I appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tanya. And please keep doing your shows and awakening people, because what you just said about, Black women and what we call the validation culture is the reason why so many of these beta males posing as alpha Black male coaches are thriving in the industry, because they're thriving on Black women's low self-esteem and lack of self-love. They're thriving on that. And then us seeking validation from everybody else but ourselves and from within is now what's growing their industry. They are feeding on that. They are preying on that. And this is where, with what's going on, Black women need to wake up and say, you know what? I need to take time to heal. I don't need to make the mistakes of my grandmother who stayed in an abusive relationship. I'm going to break that cycle, learn to love myself, learn to implement self-care, learn to normalize therapy. And that way, we wouldn't need to be seeking validation from beta males posing as alpha males.
Yes, but you
right?
know what? Thank you.
And
but
making them thrive on our lack of self-love. So that's all I really have to say. But thank you so much, Tanya. I really appreciate you.
The issue, okay, I'll just continue after you get off. Thank you so much. Thank you. The issue is that it becomes full circle. The fathers leave them so they don't have a male there to validate them. So they come from these fatherless homes. Then they go out there seeking male validation. Then they find some beta boy who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, who got all of these weird ideas about what would make a good relationship. Meanwhile, he's never had good relationships. And then now she's seeking him out. She's listening to Kitten in Heels. She's letting these people degrade her. She doesn't know how to exert her worth. There's some of them who are attacking me. Like I told you, there's some people in the comments that instead of, as a Black woman, when you see another Black woman put on her makeup and come out or doing the damn thing, that she would come out and attempt to attack me. Your eyelashes are disgusting. You're fake. Your skin is fake. And meanwhile, listen, don't play yourself. I'm perfect and flawless in every way. Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. But yeah, so my whole thing is, these men don't understand how weak they make themselves look when they're like, I don't want the women who look like me. I want the women who look like you, white Zaddy. I want the women who are closest to resemble your phenotype, white Zaddy. How do you think that makes Black men look? You think that do you think white men are giving people more? It's not letting me. I'm gonna call you right back. It's not letting me. It's not letting me get the call from here, but I'll get it from here. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I got you. Another person from over the pond. It makes you look silly.
Hello, Tanya.
Yeah, you're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Oh my God, I'm so happy I got from the live. My name is Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay, which part of the UK are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Wales in the UK.
Wales. Oh, so you have a Welsh accent, or did you just move there?
Do you know what? I moved here for education. I'm actually a Wiltshire girl.
Oh, okay. Because, I can't really understand the Wales accent, but I can understand you. But nonetheless, I really can't. It's hard. The Wales accent is hard.
Yeah.
Are they speaking English in Wales?
Yes, they do. Most people over here speak English. There are some places, some villages in the area we call the valleys where they only speak Welsh, but they are quite small.
Oh, okay. All right. So come, Miss Wales, you said your name is Lindsay in Wales. Okay, so go ahead, drop your comment about this video, this whole boondoggle, the whole broadcast.
My comment on the and I use that word very generously, who was being called out by a white Zaddy on his own live stream, is I've seen this my whole life. the switch up is so comical. You'll have this black, and it happens over here in the UK too. You'll have this black man disrespect you, give you filthy looks from across the street. You don't even know who this man is. But the minute Massa comes along, he acts correct. The slave mentality, with that terminology, is very apt. And I'm glad that these men of other races are taking up for black women. I'm glad that the men of other races are starting to smell the bullshit, because for a while I think that maybe they were disillusioned by their own racial biases, but also by the smear campaign of black men, that black women just weren't shit. And then the other men wised up and they started to smell the roses and were like, actually, if we just come over around the back and take all of these lovely ladies, then we'll leave these bumbling fools to their own devices. We'll be great.
Yeah. You know what? It really does leave the door open because, it's like as a black woman, these men will try to convince you that you're not beautiful, that your face is not angled the right way, that your lips are too big, your nose is too wide, and your hair is too nappy, your skin is too dark. Meanwhile, these other men are like, look at this lovely melanated goddess. And they are swooping in. And then these black men are then coming back around. Would you believe a black man had the nerve to send me a video wanting me to talk about how Serena Williams is a sellout? They call Serena all types of masculine this, masculine that. Serena looks like a man, all this, that, and the other. And then the moment that she married a wealthy white man, then all of a sudden they're like, Serena, our queen, why hast thou forsaken us?
These fools. Do you know what? I have another message for your viewers. I am actually, and I fully support your mission and your message.
I didn't hear you. It cut out. You said you're actually what? You're actually what?
I'm a biracial.
Oh.
And I have a black mother. And I know the relationship between black women and the biracials is very tentative, and it's responsibility of the biracials to fix it. But what I will say is this: my mum was married a total of 4 times. She married 3 black men and had my 3 older siblings, who I adore, and then she married my father. And the lesson she taught me and the experience I had, the upbringing I had comparatively was very different. My mother was very happy with my father, and the child, me, the fruit of that interracial marriage, I am very happy, and I've had access to much success. We live a very secure life, and I just wanted to address some of the concerns going forward about having children in their divested relationships. Black women, you are intelligent, you are resourceful, you are loving, you are giving, and you are blessed. Your children will be fine. Your children will be established with a really good sense of self-worth, a really good sense of identity. Your children are going to be confident. Your children are going to be driven. You are good. Go ye forth and divest. Obviously, look very carefully into the character of the man that you choose, regardless, because men are men and men are kind of crazy. But you will be fine, and your children will be very fine.
Interesting. All right. Yes. So you know what? I'll say this, right? Because, and I appreciate you giving your point of view.
Thank you.
However, I'll say this. It depends on why a person is divesting. If a person is firmly rooted in self-love and they're divesting because of that, that's a different energy than a person who divests out of self-hate. Because a child who is divested in a self-hate relationship where a person married or had children to lighten up their kids, to give their kids a better chance because they wanted them to have good hair or an acceptable fair skin tone, etc., those kids are going to have some issues. And I know that when they say in terms of interracial relationships, the union does matter. And it seems to be that the mindset of Black women who enter into interracial relationships is different than the mindset of Black men who enter into interracial relationships, in that they the Black men who enter into these relationships out of self-hatred and proximity to white men, and especially the white women who enter into those relationships thinking that they're better than Black women and all this type of stuff, then they end up, infiltrating into the minds of their poor children, the inferiority that they feel. Like when those people were sitting around talking about cheers to more light-skinned babies, white women and Black men, if you in your genetic recession is interested in lessening the racial features of the person whom you're mating with, that in and of itself is a form of hatred for your partner. And if you're getting with a partner who hates himself enough to want you to wash him out, that is a lack of self-love. So your feelings of inferiority towards your partner and that partner's self-identified or self-internalized feelings of inferiority coming together is a recipe of disaster. There are TikToks full of biracial people who had parents who messed them up.
That's very true. That's very true. I will say this because I left out some bits. My father is now late, but the marriage that I observed my parents having was very beautiful. And when I got older and started dating for myself and becoming more aware of different kind of relationship dynamics and the various reasons people choose to date outside their race, I was quite shocked because what I saw was what I perceived to be the norm, as we do as children. I saw my father exalt my mother. I saw him worship the ground that she walked on. I saw him do everything possible to make her very happy. He would take me out of school afternoons, sometimes just to go and pick flowers for her. And then we would drive up to our workplace and drop them off and watch all of our co-workers make a fuss as she comes to the front desk because Rosie, I've named my mama, Rosie, your husband Tim has brought you some flowers and your daughter is here as well. He would do that routinely. He would do overtime in secret and not say why he was doing it to buy tickets. And then we would travel like 2-3 times a year. My mom didn't choose my father because she was looking to divest. She ran into him after moving to the UK many years ago. My parents are an older couple. I'm in my 20s now. So they're an older couple. They have an older marriage, and she wasn't looking for a spouse. They just sort of ran into each other at a party, and from there, they fell very deeply in love and remained together because of the love and respect that they had for one another. My father never demeaned my mother. He never treated any of the domestic chores like they were less than or any less significant than the way that he contributed financially to the household. There was very rarely any mention of our racial identities being distinct or different. I remember the first day that I realized that there was different races. It was a very strange day. I went to nursery school, which is kind of like kindergarten, and a very mean other child said, "Oh, you can't play with us." And I said, "Well, why?" And she said, "Well, look at you and look at us. We're not the same. We don't want to play with you." And I looked at her and I looked at myself. Phenotypically, I just look like a light-skinned Black person. And I love that for myself. I don't have any issues with my phenotype. I didn't inherit the stereotypical biracial phenotype. I have 4C hair. I have fairer skin, but I have my nice wide nose and my full lips and my lovely curly eyelashes. And I looked at myself and I saw this so-called difference that she was referring to. And I went home. And then I looked at Mum and I looked at Dad. And I was like, "Oh my God, what is this? How did I not notice?" So I asked them, "Mummy, Daddy, why are we all different colours?" And they said, "Well, sweetheart, people are a bit like chocolate." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" They said, "Daddy is white chocolate, Mummy is dark chocolate, and you're milk chocolate. You're somewhere in the middle. But we're all delicious." And I was like, "Yeah, all chocolate is really delicious. That's a good point."
Okay.
And then I just sort of went about my day like a child would do. I was about 4 or 5. And that was the end of it. There wasn't much mention of race in our household because it really didn't matter. there wasn't any self-hatred or a feeling or a need to dilute either bloodline through this union. And I really do pity the children
I'm not
born
sure if you felt attacked.
to...
I'm not sure if you felt attacked by my
Pardon?
comments. I'm not sure if you felt attacked by my comments. My comments were just in general about interracial dating for toxic reasons versus, you know, who the person is on the inside. And then I do have to say this to you personally based on the story that I heard. If your mother did not prepare you for a world in which there are people who see different races, you were failed by your mother. And you actually proved a part of my point, because you said, you know, you will be all right if you know, if you have a Black mother, you're smart, you're this, you're that. But your mother didn't prepare you for a world that would see your race. And in some ways you were failed by that. And I would love to broach that conversation another day, because we've been on the phone for 12 minutes. So I have to grab another phone call. But Lindsay, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you calling in.
Thank you for having me, Tanya. I love your show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So welcome in, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to jump over. We're going to turn off the WhatsApp calls for a moment, and we are going to jump over to the American line and grab a call over here. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? You're on the air live with Tanya. What is your name?
Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
It's Kay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Kay.
Hi. So I just wanted to mention, I'll be short because I know you have a lot of calls. At the beginning of the video, the podcaster was basically explaining that to another caller, when he's on dates, he tells women to sit on his side of the chair. And if they don't, he ends the date because, quote unquote, they don't cooperate in a man's world. So I think that's what the white caller... Oh, go ahead.
You sent that to me?
Yeah, I had sent another. I think that was the wrong email, or someone else sent it.
Oh, okay. Did you go to TanyaTKO.com and click on contact and send the link that way?
Replied earlier.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
I'll look for it again. So he was saying earlier in the call about that. So we'll have to play that. All right.
Okay, and I sent a link of the whole video with the time marks.
Really? Oh, we might have to do that another day because we've already been on here for 2.5 hours. So we're not going to really... Yeah.
No worries. It's just really interesting because the white guy, I think what they tend to do in the manosphere, they're seeing what Black men are doing. And even if white men are a part of the manosphere, they're showing that they don't want Black men to be a part of it. And it's making it quite clear how submissive Black men are to them.
They're actually calling it the black pill. They're not even calling it red pill. They're calling it a black pill because of how far Black men have gone in that realm.
Yep. And notice how quiet the Black manosphere is too right now.
You know, I don't hear them. If anything, they've posted this video for craps and giggles, and I don't think that anything about this is funny. And I see them advertising their businesses on this video. Like, who is going to want to participate in your business and you just got pwned by a white zaddy on your line? That just didn't even make any sense. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Love your time.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, my goodness. What is that I hear? What is that I hear? All right. Wow, we got a super apple in. And the super apple comes in from Goodness Rated Bow. And she says, black men attraction to white men renders most black men as bucks. Wade, when you say attraction to white men, are you meaning black men are attracted to white men or to white women and that makes them bucks? Or are you saying that their attraction to white women is actually a subsidiary attraction to white men because they worship him and his DNA? And so that's where all of that comes from. Very interesting, very interesting. All right, thank you. Thank you for that point of view. Thank you. We're going to take probably about 2 more phone calls. And then after that, we are going to, let me send you some hearts. Thank you very much for that apple. Let's see. Jessica says, where is the black male callers? Yeah, where are the black male callers? Kay says, I put Kay's email wrong one. Oh, okay. And then Kay also says, all right. So we shall jump back over to the phone lines. I'm going to take American phone calls right now. So get ready to call in. Get ready to call in because I'm opening up those phone lines right now. Thank you so much for the super apple. I appreciate that. And somebody is saying that she was only 4. The last caller, that she was only 4. She said that her family didn't even talk about race much more after that. And it's a necessary conversation. And when you're in an interracial relationship, you've got to, it's uncomfortable, but you've got to have those conversations. If you don't, you're failing your children. And you know what? I'm speaking this from personal experience, because we thought that if we didn't mention race around the house, that our children would not be programmed by race. But if you're not talking about race, then they're getting all of their ideas about race somewhere. And if it's not from you in a healthy way, then what does that say? You're on the air live with Tanya. Please, no more international calls right now. I'll take them in a moment. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Sim.
Oh, your name is Sim, S-I-M?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have we spoken before and gotten into an argument?
No, we didn't get into an argument, but me and you agreed on a lot of things.
Okay, because, all right, so let's talk. So what is your comment about this, about the video, the boondoggle, everything?
Well, first of all, I am a black man. So I understand all the gripes that a lot of black women have with black men, and they're warranted. And I think the only thing that we have to realize is that these YouTube guys, the red pill community, and all these other people that's on the internet, these are the weakest men that you can find. So therefore, if you base black men off of these guys, then I can understand where the craziness comes in play. I mean, we can all point the fingers at each other's behavior on the internet. There's enough
Did you see the video?
Twerking.
I'm sorry. Did you see the video? Did you say black women twerking?
Yes, I saw the video.
All right. And so
it's foolishness.
So, okay. Because before you start talking about black women twerking and all of that.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. We don't need to blame them. I would never judge black women on that.
There were no black women in that video. There was a black man
what
and
I'm
a white man.
making my point is that we judge the bottom of the barrel and then
I want you to give a comment, please, about the black man who was talking to the white man and the way that he bowed down before him. What does black women have to do with any of that? There was no black woman on there at all.
No, so what I'm saying is, my point is that is foolishness to judge black men off of somebody like him, because that's not a representation of a black man. He's not even a black man. He's a black male, and what we do so often, we put anybody who's considered a male and call them, oh, this is black men. And what I'm trying to say is that we got to stop doing that, because he doesn't represent a black man. He's not
Nobody said he represented anyone beside himself. I want you to give your comment on that video, because I'm not sure how black women.
Listen, that comment, that's a short comment. It's foolishness. I said that from the beginning. It's foolishness.
Well, so that's all
But
that
what
you
I'm
have to
saying is
say
when your
about the
callers
video.
call in and you let them speak, the females, it's
The
the comments
females?
they're making is not. I'm
I
just
don't know
saying.
what the females. What females we talking about?
No, I'm
Human
saying the
female,
black women
a
that call
dog
in.
female? Oh.
No, I'm saying the black women that have just listened to your show. That's what I'm commenting on.
Mm-hmm.
The women that called in, you let them speak, and their comments was not just about him. It was about black men. So that's all I'm responding to. And I agree with a lot of what they're saying. What I'm saying to you is that we have to stop saying that this is a representation, because it's not. That's all I'm saying, is that I'm not disagreeing that all the complaints about black men, because again, me personally, I don't think there's any room for any black man, whether it's on the internet or off the internet, to complain about women at all until we do clean up our communities, make laws, own land, have our own financial economics. We can't complain about black women until we do that. To me, that's beta and weak in itself. So I'm agreeing that we shouldn't be doing that.
Okay. So let's focus on that particular show and what it represents in the larger context in our society, because he is one black man who represents much more than just himself. Because when that white guy called, what were the lies that the white guy told, besides the stuff that he was told when he started flexing and going on about the DNA and all this other stuff, right? What is it that black men as a collective are doing to make what that white man said be refutable?
Well, whenever you tell a lie, a good lie, there has some truth in it. So that's why somebody like that black man who's sitting there talk silently, he wasn't talking, but taking all that foolishness, obviously we can tell he has no knowledge of history as well as himself, so he just took it. But what the white man said has some truth in it, and that's why it was he was just sitting there like a little kid saying, oh, okay, I could see that. But that's what any lie is. A good lie is going to have some truth in it. But as a whole, as you said, the collective, that guy, what I'm going back to again, it's not a big chunk of black men. That's like 30%. The Pookies, the Ray Rays, the ignorant fools, the downtrodden. I'm from up north. I was born in Brooklyn and raised in North. That's not how we do things. We didn't cow down to white people. And I grew up in a crack era where there was more racism, drugs, you see dead bodies in bushes, all of that. And we never sat there and said the white man's our daddy. So that's what I'm saying. This is a small percentage, and unfortunately, these are the men who have the time to jump on the internet and talk crazy.
I got you. Eric Garner, wasn't he selling cigarettes? Was that Newark, New Jersey? Eric Garner was selling cigarettes?
I don't know where he was. I think that was in New York somewhere.
Okay, because I thought Eric Garner was
the one you talking about, the one that got choked out, right?
That got choked down onto the ground. Yeah, I thought that was New Jersey.
No, I think that's somewhere in New York.
Yeah, because when we start talking, oh, I'm from up north, right? Because I'm from New York as well, right?
Right.
But I want to know, what is it that we're doing as a collective? Like, our communities look really bad. It's not. So when you say the Pookies and the Ray Rays, I don't know what that is, because I don't watch Manosphere or Red Pill videos or Black Pill, right? But I'll say this. If only 21% of black men are getting married, 79% are not. What is it? Where is this minority that you're talking about? Black men are not getting married. They are in households outside of households with their children. We see how the neighborhoods look. So when we start saying, oh, it's a minority of men who are actually not doing the right thing, how can we look at our communities and say that it's a minority? What do the communities look like?
Well, statistically speaking, like myself, I'm married with no children. So I'm not going out here just being irresponsible, just being with anybody doing anything. So again,
collective, dear.
There's a lot of men.
I'm not talking about, listen, I don't know you, and there's nobody who can verify your behavior in any relationship. One thing that we can't
you said in the community.
Yes, the community. When we look at our communities, when we look at Newark, what does Newark look like? When we look at Brooklyn, what do the black neighborhoods in Brooklyn look like? When we look at California, and now all of these places that these rappers rapped about that were so hard in the 80s in California, in Los Angeles, the white people have come and taken that land, and now they're turning it, they have gentrified Inglewood. Now people can't even afford to move to Inglewood. So when we look at all of these black neighborhoods across, so you could say whatever it is that you can on a phone call where you're nameless and faceless and nobody can prove it and you're just one person.
Oh, no, I could put my face is on here. I could press a 9 and everybody can see what I look like on the screen. I'll show you right now in the comments my full government name.
Listen.
I'll press it right now, and it should see 9s across the board.
We cannot verify. I don't know why you're deflecting. Why is it that we can't acknowledge that our neighborhoods are effed up? Why can't
I didn't say they weren't bad. I never said that.
I know, but you're talking about yourself and what you're doing as one person, but we can't even come to a consensus that our neighborhoods look bad, that our marriage rates are
bad. I never said that.
I know, because you're talking about other things. You're trying to talk about yourself, and it's not about
No, I'm talking about what I'm saying is the reality of it is the only way, right? Any group of people, let's deal with black people. If you're saying how do we turn the community around, the answer is something I don't want to really get that deep into, but on just a physical level. No, because I don't want to, again, I know you're being monetized, so I don't want to use it.
You can go ahead. But how do we turn it around then? This video
the truth is, when you're dealing with conquering people, no nation has ever risen up without violence. And that, with 12% of the black people, we only make up 12% of the country. The men, there are not a lot of men, black men, to start off with. There's not a lot of men. We're never, and I don't think in my lifetime or the next, the reality of it is black men are not going to go out here and kill people to turn things around. That's the only real solution. It's not going to come through economics, because we know what controls that. It's not going to come through so-called be with your women and all that. That's a nice dream. But truthfully, the only things that turn in 360 is through violence. You got to be willing to say, I'm not going to allow somebody with a metal badge to stomp a black woman in front of me and just hold up a camera and put up World Star. We got too many weak men out here, so we'll never do that.
Okay. So then what is the solution if you said that we will never do that?
The solution is you have to be around like-minded people, and all you could do in this world is carve out a little bit of peace for yourself. That's all you can do, because we're already conquered as black men. We already are conquered, because there's not going to be a revolution of black men to go next door and say, hey, you either stop selling drugs or we kill you. We're not going to do that.
So then that's it. We're just going to stay conquered.
No, like I said, you can carve out a piece of happiness for yourself. I'm all for
individually.
Black women
that's what I'm saying.
Whatever race a man to make you happy.
I'm starting to get exhausted because I feel like I'm talking too much without really. I feel like I have to talk loud to talk over you, and I don't want to have to do that.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how loud I was. I'm sorry.
So my question is, because you said all we can do is just carve out a little bit of happiness for us individually. So that means as a collective, we're just done. We're just going to sit here under white men's
we are
rule.
Because we don't have enough men. It's not going to happen any other way. Unfortunately, all you can do is get a little bit of happiness on this planet, wherever you can get it. And again, I'm all for it. If you find a man of any race to make you happy and give you security and peace, go for it. Because you can't rely on black men to do that. It's not going to happen.
So black men are just not going to come together and rise up and protect their neighborhoods, protect themselves.
No.
Black men are not going to try to find any place in any nation with more black people and learn how to fight and build an army to protect. We're done. We just have to be conquered.
As a collective, no. Because it's not America. You got to understand the difference in America opposed to any other country. We don't have a culture. We're Negropeans over here. All this Africa talk, we were bred and raised to be a certain way over here. We don't have, not one black man over here speaks the dialect of another country. He doesn't have relatives that he knows firsthand. So that whole Africa dream, yes, you can take your wife over there. And again, that's small, but as a collective, why do we have to leave here Well, we built this place. The problem is, again,
who
we're
said
not going to
anything
fight
about
for it.
leaving? What I'm talking about is coming up with a plan that can be executed among groups of people, maybe even import some people, marry some people over, and build some sort of way to protect what it is that we have, people who are willing to fight. So what we're going to do, we're just going to be done.
Again, and I know this is harsh, but the truth is, even with you saying bringing women over, now, again, we're talking about if a black man over here, if he can't even get along with the women that he's been in the same struggle with, he's not going to be able to sustain a woman outside of that. So I'm telling you, unfortunately, it's the sad truth, and we have to, understand that as a collective, because that's what you said, collective, as a whole, it's not going to happen. All you can do is make a little piece for yourself. And I know that may not be a good answer or popular, somebody want to hear, but as a collective, the only way it's going to come through is plain shedding blood. And black men are not going to do that as a whole. It's not going to happen.
Why won't black men do that as a whole? Why?
Because they've been raped. They've been broken. Everything you said, that's the part I agree with you. They've been mentally tortured and raped physically and been incarcerated and turned on their women. And they've been taught so much. They're so dysfunctional, they can't even think of raising a knife to somebody's neck other than their own, because that's easy. They're not going to raise up against their oppressor, the man who, the consequences is if you even look at a white woman, they're going to hang you. They're not going to do that. They're powerless.
Wow. When I was talking about bringing people over, I was talking about men who are going to fight, not just somebody trying to look for some wife.
Those
when
men
they
are
can't
not coming over here to fight. They're not coming over here to fight.
Listen,
they're going to get over here and they're going to start talking that, and I'm talking from experience because I've traveled. Those men will get over here and lose their culture in a heartbeat, because over there, the stuff they tolerate over there, they get over here and they become a whole different person. They're not going to do that as a whole.
What about black people in their own countries? They're not going to form any armies. Nobody is going to do anything. So that's it.
Well, I mean, you're very intelligent. You know that already. There's part-ties all over the world. So if that was the case, in those bigger countries, some of those countries are just now getting that liberation. And it's 2022. So if that's the case, like you said, there's more black men in other countries than anywhere else. Why aren't they doing it? They're not. They're kind of like, they don't even have the name of the country, continent, as I say. Africa, that's not the original name of Africa. They don't even have, there's some countries over there like Uganda and other places, they're just now getting their freedom in that sense. So you tell me why there's more black men over there. China's taking over that continent and other places. They're constantly sex trafficking and raping, some of the highest rates. Well, I'm sorry to use that word. Some of the highest rates in that continent are in Africa. That's where they get all the women and do all the horrific experiments. Women on this planet, especially black women, are the most unprotected women in the world. That's not just an American thing. That's the world.
All right. So people are saying that you've given up.
No, I haven't given up because, again, Tanya said collective. I'm not the collective. As she stated earlier, I'm one person. I've never had bad relationships with black women. I love black women. They've always treated me well because I understood something very early in life, because I'm an only child, raised by a black woman, that people only do to you what you allow them to do. So if I found somebody unruly, I don't sit there and complain about them. I just get them out of my life. Again, stay in your own tribe.
So let me ask you a question. If you were on the line and a white man called up speaking to you the way that white man was speaking to that dude, how would things have been different?
Well, the conversation, first of all, that guy was weak because it's his show and he wasn't even leading the conversation. And that's why the guy felt so free over time to just give more and more ignorance, because the guy wasn't even the host. You would have thought if you didn't tune in, you'd have thought the white man, it was his show. he's telling him when to shut up and what topics to talk about and let me ask you questions. So if it was my show, we're going to stick to what I want to talk about, and I would answer him and give him counterpoints and facts about what he's saying is ignorant. And then if he went to the point at the end where he said the N-word, the show would have been over. But he would have spoke all the 5 minutes unless he was going to have a real conversation.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
All right, Tanya, you have a beautiful day.
All right, you too. Phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. There was somebody who was calling in from, I believe it's the UK. Let me see. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I'm stunned and disappointed. I don't even know. Look, the thing is that what it is that I'm seeing are varied levels of give uppiness. The man on the show gave up. The man on the phone he's given up on any type of anything other than Fodolo. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, Tanya. This is Felicia. How are you doing?
Bye. I'm just joking. I'm fine, thanks. Where are you calling in from, Felicia?
Tanya, I am calling from South Carolina, from New York. I spoke to you multiple times. I wanted to kind of chime in on this particular conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Let me take you off the speaker. Hello?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I actually seen the video, and I thank you for kind of taking your time out to review this particular video clip. What I seen was a gentleman who, in his femininity, honestly, from the beginning, when the gentleman actually, the Caucasian man started speaking to him, the more he spoke to him, if you notice, he became even more submissive. And we all know that if there was a black woman on that panel, and she would have been talking to him, she could have been as nice, as docile as she wanted to be, he still would have had something negative. That man said all kinds of things to him. And I can tell he felt even more empowered to even call him, just say little things to him. And I thought that, hello? And
yeah,
at that point, I thought that he was going to say something, and I can just tell by his body language, he didn't even, it was like he had submitted to the Caucasian gentleman. And we all know that if that was a black woman, he would have argued with her, and probably said some slanderous things to her.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad. It's like, why do we have to, why as women, we're not respected, we're not protected, but for whatever reason, and I was listening to the video, your earlier video with the gentleman who called, I'm sorry. Let me cut this off. I'm sorry, Tanya. It's just I was listening to your previous video, and I don't want to derail the conversation, but when the gentleman was saying, like, women need, like, if the women need to take leadership, it's like, no, women are not here to lead. That has been the problem. Our roles have been reversed for so long. It is not time for women to take the lead. Men have to, black men, not just men, black men have to get some wherewithal and say, you know what, we are tired of the white man with their foot on our neck. We are going to make some changes. It's for them to take the lead, and we as black women will back them once they are really willing as a collective, not one man, not two men, but the collective. And they also have to change their consciousness, because right now their consciousness
I disagree with you,
stinks.
though. I disagree with you.
Okay, go ahead. Well, so why so?
You sound like you're ready to fight. Stop it.
No. I'm not. I just want to know why, Katanya. I just want to know why.
Listen, I disagree because I believe that women do need to lead, but I think it's the way that we lead, right? I need you to turn down whatever's going on in the background, right?
I just did. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I think that pretty much what it is that we have now. I think a system very much like what it is that we have now, where women are independent, autonomous, and that there are few women who lead, and they lead the men into the armies that they form and let the men go out there and fight. But the women, I really honestly do think that that's the way that it is going to have to be. The male leadership has failed worldwide. It is just not working. Women cooperate better than men. I don't know how it is going to look personally. I don't think that each woman in each individual household is supposed to be telling her man what to do like he's a child, but I do think that men must be harnessed for their strength, their physical strength, and let the leadership and the how do I put this? I honestly, that caller who called in yesterday, I believe was a troll because of the way that he
I'm
behaved in
talking
the
about
comments.
that was earlier, was it?
No,
that was earlier
yesterday.
today, wasn't it? It was
No, that was yesterday.
a gay guy earlier today, wasn't
that
it?
was yesterday. We did a marathon yesterday. Today I'm supposed to be working, and we got caught up on this boondoggle here today. But yeah, no, I honestly I think that if men relinquish the leadership to women who wanted to lead, right? I think that things would look a lot different in our society, because if we could gather up the men into as warriors. I remember there was this woman who I believe she used to be on this message board, and she was married. She had civilized this thug, this gangster. She civilized him into a husband. And she was like, my man is like my Rottweiler. She was like, I civilized him, but there's still this part of him underneath there that when I need him to really evoke that Rottweiler energy, he goes out and he does the damn thing, right? And I think that we really, like, men want to be dogs and all this, that, and the other. I think we have to get like in the animal kingdom and just find the strongest, the biggest, the richest, the whatever, get inseminated by people with good genes. And then the women who want to lead, allow them to lead. And we can rest in our femininity in worlds that are conglomerations of women who live in peace and that men are not able to run rampant in.
Well, Tanya, this is Felicia. I just feel like the unfortunate part is that they're blaming us for all the failures of the world. They're blaming us for our children being gay, our children not being successful, the state of conditions of the world, not having husbands. They're blaming us for everything. So I can't see how that narrative would change. But I mean, it's possible. I just don't see. I
think that's the writing on the wall right there. Isn't that the writing? They're blaming women for all this, that, and the other. So we're taking the blame anyway. So we might as well just have the women who want to rule slide into the positions of queenship and really just keep men on the outskirts in sperm farms where we use them for war and to build roads. And every once in a while, when a woman wants to become pregnant, she just goes to the sperm farm where there's some bucks who are the strongest or smartest, just get some semen and then go have your children, and then let I don't know how else. This is just off the top of my head, but I'm sure if we had a chance to sit down and plan out a society, you know, men would probably be at the gates of the society protecting. There would be other men building roads, and there would be men watching the men who build roads. They'd not be able to really, I don't know. I really don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it. What else? What else? What else?
Tanya, they're not doing that. They don't want to do that. They're resting in their femininity. They're not trying to, they don't even want to work a 40-hour job. They don't want to rise to be a provider to do all of that. So I'm just being honest. I just don't see it. It sounds great. On paper, it sounds wonderful. That's a great concept.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I just don't see it, Tanya.
If they don't want to be providers, right? And the least they can do is just work for their keep. Build some roads, build some buildings, and protect the city gates. I don't know. They're saying, girl, bye. They're not feeling what I'm saying. They don't like the word sperm farm either. They don't wait. What's the problem? You got a better idea? Cece, what's your idea? Somebody else is saying have them on the chain gang. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Put them on the chain gang. Let them break up some rocks. Let them pour some cement. Let them weld.
Tanya, can I say something?
What?
I know that now. I would say this. I can honestly say that the current narrative that is out there that's saying that we need to abort black babies is a little extreme. However, I do believe that women collectively need to, and I know it's going to be barbaric for a while, but we have to stop sleeping with them. We have to collectively stop being willing to, because 9 to 10 times anyway, women are not getting what they need from these men anyway, and sex is not even being made. So if
that's
women
why
can
you need
stop
a few
sleeping
of
with
them who are learned in the art of pleasure. That way, when you want to have a good time, you go to the sperm farm where these men have been trained up like male geishas in the art of how to massage feet and massage backs and how to hit that spot from the middle, right? And then you go to this spa-like area. Let's say you're of a certain time of the month where you're feeling frisky. Go to this area where these male concubines have been taught in the art of seduction. So you go there, you feel like a princess, you go get your massage, and then, the massage can turn into a little bit more. Let's say, you want to choose, you go to the sperm farm wall and you choose whose sperm you want, and then you just go from there. I don't know what else to say, Felicia. I don't know what else to say. You don't like my sperm farm idea. Nobody likes it.
Tanya, in a perfect world, yes, that sounds perfect. But the problem is that right now we have these savages out here who does not value black women. It don't matter what we do, don't matter how good we are to them. They're blaming us for everything. And I think the black woman collective is tired, exhausted. And the sad part, until we do something, I listened to a podcast yesterday where young men, they weren't even 21, had the same mindset. It's like they're indoctrinated. Like once they become men, they get indoctrinated with this mindset.
This is what I'm saying, Felicia. You're not listening to me. Why don't we listen to where they are going and showing that they want to be? They just want to be bed bucks, right? They want to be bed bucks and work mules. They want to be beasts of labor, and they want to be dogs out there going hither and thither, and they like violence. So why not use their love for violence and have them join some armed forces so that they can go out there, beat up other men, take other men's land, and then we just spread out and we have them now make some homes and build up some roads and stuff. And then they go and beat up some more men and then get some more land, and we just spread out and we say, honeys, go out there and go get this land, go beat them up. And then we just go from there. And then we have how many men? You know how many men would love to be in a spa where women just come to ride him? This is what they're showing that they want to be good for anyway. This is what they're showing they want to be good for. They just want to be good for a romp. There's one person in the comment, goodness rated Bo, who is saying he could work the middle. So he's volunteering for the farm. He's volunteering for the spa where he can be there, where women just come by and ride him when they're in the mood. How many men would love that? They would love it. You just come by, the women are already horny. There's no stigma. She comes, she rides him. Then when she wants to become pregnant, you just take the protection off. You go there, you ride. They don't have to pay child support. You take the child, you got your baby. You're in a safe area among other women. There's nobody selling crack on the doorsteps. It's a beautiful environment where people are skipping rope, braiding each other's hair.
So you want for us to create a world without men? Completely
what do you mean without
any male? Just so
what are they showing you that they're good for, Felicia?
Honestly,
what are they showing you?
Tanya, I agree with you. This at this point in my life, I'm a 46-year-old woman who has been married before, and what I would say is that I've been separated for 4 years, which is a long time. But what I would say is that I am actually getting to a point to not really see the value of men. Not that I'm looking for a woman or nothing like that. It's just that the roles and I hear a lot of feedback. I'm sorry. a lot of the stuff that comes with, actually dealing with men in a relationship is very burdensome.
Right, exactly. Imagine. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want people to imagine. I'm going to do a survey. Imagine a world where you can go jogging at night, where you could go out to the clubs, dancing and drinking with your girlfriends, wearing the sluttiest outfit and your F me pumps and heels, and you don't have to worry. Let's say there's a few courtesans around there who are trained and built to protect you so that nobody messes with you, and maybe you can take him for a ride, when you get home that night. But there's no violence in the city. You can jog when you want. You and your baby can go out walking on a summer's night at midnight if you so choose. You can go to the store and the farmer's market, and the outside gates of the city are protected by men who are controlled by men. You have, let's say 2 a.m. in the morning, you're feeling that itch that needs to be scratched. You go to the spa, and then you get that itch scratched. You know what itch I'm talking about. I'm sorry, but the world that I'm describing, because so many of us don't have, individual men in the home doing much of a damn anyway, right? If the world I'm describing sounds like put up the number 100. If it doesn't sound good, put up a 0. Let's see the numbers. I'm gonna do a survey. If it sounds good to you, put up a 100. If not, then let's put up the 0. So here, let's see what they say. Felicia, let's see what they say. Let's see. I'm gonna take the survey. All right, so I'm waiting for the numbers to come in. Felicia, what about you? How does it sound?
It sounds crazy to me because women want to be naturally with a man. So I'm not saying that it's not doable, but it's going to be a hard transition. And here's the thing: women are getting more and more content with living their lives, having more fulfilled lives outside of having a relationship. But to completely say I want to live in a world where it's just all women, and when I want to see a man, on this sporadic basis, I don't know if that's something I would be completely content with. I still have hope that I will, find love before I end up passing or whatever. But I mean, but I can honestly see that more women are finding more ways to be fulfilled in their lives, just riding this single journey versus being travailed because they're trying to find love either. I mean, so I am seeing happier women, so that's a good thing.
All right. Well, you know what? It seems like it's half and half. Some people are down with it. Some people are not. So the people who are down with it, we could make a city and a town, where it's just that. And then the other people, let's say when you meet your person, let's say the men who are cultivated to be husbands, then you can go move off to Marriedville. But other than that, some people are down with it. Some people are not. Mrs. W, you don't need to vote more than once. We see you. And then let me ask the men a question. So you know what, Felicia, let me let you get off of the line. I appreciate you calling in and giving your point of view.
Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you as well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Right.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. All right. So I want the men to answer, right? Okay. So men, if you, this is only men. I only want men to answer. If you would appreciate, let me grab this call real quick and then put them on. Oh, the call ended. If you would appreciate being in a world where you could live on the outskirts and be in an army, be a warlord or a hunter, and, go hunt for food. Give me just 1 second. I'm describing the dream scenario. I'm going to come to you in 1 second. And then, right, so you can be in an army with other men. You could protect the city, and you could work in the spa. And when women want to have intercourse, they come in the spa, and you can volunteer your penis. If this sounds like a great world for you, right, put up a 200. Put up a 200. If it doesn't sound like a good world for you, put up a minus let's see, -2. All right. So let's see, put up a 200 or a -2, and then we'll grab this call. All right. We're going to look for the answers from you all. All right. You're on the air live with Tanya. Oh, that's the wrong thing. You're on the air live with Tanya. Oh, wait. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hey, Tanya, this is Earl. This is Inner Life. Tell me Inner Life.
Inner Life? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Atlanta.
Okay. You're calling from Chalanta?
Yeah, I don't want to give out all my, information on YouTube. You know how that is. But I just had a little bit I wanted to share with you real quick so far as the men feeling like they're being buck broken and all of that stuff. Basically, I know what it is.
I need you to bear with me for just one moment. Bear with me for just one moment. I need to address the women. I'm going to come right back to you, okay? Just give me 1 second.
Thanks.
All right. So you see, one of the things that I see women answering the damn survey. And this is part of the effing problem right there. Let men speak for their damn selves. Let them speak for themselves. Because the men who are answering, you see, the men are answering 200. They wouldn't mind being in a world like that. What are they showing you with their actions? They're showing you they don't want to be civilized by you. They don't want to cohabitate with you. They want to be out there and they be violent. They want to do all of that, right? They want to do that. They want to do that. Come on. Let me grab the call. All right. Sorry. Tell us your name one last time.
Okay. Call me Inner Life.
Inner Life. Okay. Go ahead, Inner Life.
Yeah. Listen, these guys have built up their egos for so many years, making themselves feel like they're greater than they are. And then now they can't find the truth of who they really are. Okay? So they build themselves up in rap music and, patting each other on the back and needing women to boost them up. And that's why they are, they're divest from reality. Okay? So in reality, they're still men. They still have fight in them and everything, but they can't feel it because they've been living in an unrealistic world. They go into jail and they boost each other up and everything. But the thing is that they would have to retrain themselves to come away from that and to teach let themselves know that they have changed. They've messed up their own minds with the unreality. The truth is, if they have a problem, if they don't feel like a man, they don't feel like a man. As simple as that. They're not a man until they become a man. And you have to deal with it from that, start off just like everybody else does. So what I wanted to say is that China, for years, decades, China had problems with the rest of the world. Then they decided that they needed to step back and rebuild themselves. And that's what they did. They basically stepped away from the world stage and everything else. And now they came back as a superpower. So these guys are scared to fight and everything, but that's because they have made themselves feel like they could do anything. They bypassed their own mind and put in a bunch of junk in their own mind. And now they feel like they can't do it.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I appreciate your point of view today. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
All right. So I appreciate everybody who came out to the show. We've been on for quite some time, so it's time for us to get off right now. Listen. They say when people tell you who they are, believe them the first time, but y'all don't want to believe that men are telling you who it is that they are and how they like to live and want to live. And even so much so that I asked men to take the survey, and women started taking the survey for the men because they wouldn't want to live in a world like that. But men are telling you that they are okay with living in a world where they are just used for intercourse, where they don't have to look. There's going to be some men who are not going to be down with that, and that's fine. They can go to Marriedville and live over there. But most men are showing you they don't want to be domesticated. They want to be out there in the wild and the tundra, fighting other men and warring and sparring and having intercourse. That's what they want. They don't want to be domesticated. So let me check the apples and make sure that we have everything in here. Let's check this. This looks like we have one last apple. And Shawana sends $1 and says, that truth pill we just ingested from that CAC. Maybe it was the call she was talking about, the guy whose name was Sim, I believe. And then Natasha sends $5 and says, if you can get Tyler Lepley, I will join. I don't know what that means. Tyler, I don't know what that means. Is that you're talking about for the sperm farm? I feel you, girlfriend. I feel you. I really don't know what else to say, because it's like, if we're going to change things around, we're going to have to change it. So look, these are the knockout. This part of the video is sponsored by the Knockout Earrings. Go over to my website, TanyaTKO.com. Support the show by getting yourself a pair for yourself or somebody that you love, right? They're $39.99 for the 70s size, and the 80 millimeters are $49.99. And it's a great way to support the show, to walk around. These are a great conversation piece, and they're lightweight. They're 18 karat gold plated, so they don't turn, and they're amazing earrings. I love them. So listen, I really don't know what the solution is. If there's somebody who has a better solution, then by all means, speak the solution. Because there are different people who have different hypotheses, because just sitting down and doing nothing isn't working. So let's see. After we get off of this video, I want to hear your point of view. You can write your comment in the comment area below. What do we do about it? All right. So Tanya TKO and I am out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And what is the self-love lesson? I'm tired. I can't broadcast for 3 hours like this. These types of broadcasts are labor intensive. So if you have the ability to support the show by getting an earring, ordering my books off of Amazon, sending an apple, it really does make a difference, because it takes a lot to be able to do a show like this, especially for all of these hours and the setup to be able to have the calls come in, and international calls and all of that, all of the equipment and gear and lighting and electronics and all of that. By all means, support the podcast, support the shows that you love, that have the great conversation. So listen, on that note, I am going to let you all tell me, what are the self-love lessons that you all have learned from this broadcast? So here. I will say one of the self-love lessons that I've learned from this is take the time to educate yourself. Take the time to educate yourself. Like that man from that show, that podcast, was not educated. He let this man come on and dominate him. And oh my goodness, you know what? We cannot get out the show. We can't get out the show. We cannot leave the show yet. We cannot leave the show, because Kay sent a video, and she sent a video of that man talking. And she says in this video, 1 hour in, she gave me the exact timestamp. Let me go to that timestamp. He talks about that same man, right? That same man who got punked on his show, that he was talking about dating, because I ain't watched this show and I wouldn't give him my views and stuff like that anyway, but he was talking. So let's take a listen to what it is that he was saying over here. Let's see. All right.
Dealing with women, if you think every chick deserves dick, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, there are times where you kiss somebody, you don't feel nothing, no chemistry, no nothing. I've been on a couple of dates like that, and needless to say, there was no second date. You understand? It goes down like that sometimes. But again, you got to try to look at the bright side. You got to try to appreciate the experience for what it is, and still, show that person a certain level of respect, and, thank them for coming out. You know what I'm saying? J98 says, Miles, is it true that when you're on a first or second date with a woman and you ask her to move to the same side or closer to you, and she says no, you have to end the date? Well, that's what I do. I told y'all that story a long time ago, where I told a woman, the chair that I needed her to sit in, and she refused to sit in the chair, and I ended the date. Yes. There's certain things that don't, for me, it tells me everything I need to know. You understand? There's certain ways that a female behaves on a date that are total deal breakers, and it tells me everything I need to know about the woman. And once she does something like that, it lets me know that she's not interested in cooperation. She's not interested in being a part of my world. She thinks I'm supposed to be a part of her world. I don't date women like that. I date women who are interested in being a part of a man's world, right? Who's I mean, I'm not saying I can't take a peek into her world at some point, but in the beginning, she has to be willing and excited to follow my lead.
Where are you leading them? Where's he leading them? This is the same person who let a white man come on his show and dominate him. Where are you leading any woman to?
And sitting in a certain spot is a part of my experience. Like, look, like I told you earlier, if it's a booth situation, we're both sitting on the same side of the booth. And I've had so many women tell me that they've never experienced that before. Usually when they go on a date, the guy sits on the other side. And I'm saying, that's exactly why you're on this date with me right now, because you have made the wonderful choice to experience something brand new. You understand? And so in my book, a woman should be excited about that. She shouldn't be, against that. You understand? She shouldn't feel contrary to that. And if she does feel contrary to that, that just shows me that she's not the type of woman that I want to spend time with. And that's it. You understand? And that's why I like dates, because there's certain things on FaceTime and over the phone and through text, you can fake a lot of things about yourself. But that face-to-face physical is like a confrontation almost.
Where is the part of the video where he was saying a BITCH needs to crawl over to him and do as he says and all this, that, and the other? Where's the part of the video? Because he's talking and talking. And the sad part is that there are misguided men who are following this lead. And look, 100 people done dropped off the broadcast when this fool started talking. Unbelievable. Because who wants to hear this madness? This is just... And then the man comes back on in the broadcast at 2 hours. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm exasperated. Let's see.
Well, that's never how we got here. How did 6 billion people on the face of the planet get here? It came from
right.
That's their creators.
So we have a bunch of
That's
men
why they're here.
With no women.
Our mothers created them. If you take a look at Jacques Cousteau, and you look up Jacques Cousteau, the big-headed scientist, which is
this.
You both agreed that you wanted to be open.
Oh God, I can't. Just taking the blind leading the blinder. Let me put my music on and get the hell out of here. Go ahead. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, listen, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is vetting the sources of your information. Make sure that they have some sort of qualifications. Making sure they're qualified to give you the information that they're giving you. Otherwise, where's the information coming from? I need to jump in the shower, drink some water after this dry broadcast. This was gross and horrible. I don't even have any comment. Tanya TKO. I want to see your self-love lessons, please. Let me see your self-love lessons, please. Let me see yourself. I can't even dance on the outro from this video. Let me see your self-love lessons. Yeah, enjoy your day too, people. Let me see your self-love lessons. Let me see them. Go ahead. SLL, self-love lesson. all enjoyed the video today. Let's see. Get your vibrators. Lord have mercy. Look. Love yourself enough not to lower yourself to their frequency. Listen. Self-love lessons. Let's hear the self-love lessons. Let's hear it. Oh, Lord. So we have a Dusty who needs to be blocked before we get out of here. Look. Self-love lessons, divest. Stop advocating people to stay single. I'm not advocating for people to stay single. I'm not advocating for that, but look at the reality. I'm talking about how to switch around our society because apparently, you know, people are showing you who they are. People are showing you who they are. I'm not going to advocate for men to be, for women, I'm not going to advocate self-love lesson. Black women aren't the root issue. The Y chromosome is getting weaker. I'm just talking about what is out there, where we are as a society. And look, I caught him. He got sent to the block party. No celebration for him. He just went quietly. Listen to these men and what they're really saying. Stop translating for them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For the women who want to be single, right? Listen, I'm sorry. How is it? Listen, most of the violence enacted on women, men, and children in the community comes at the hands of men. I'm not even talking about just being single. I'm talking about looking at where reality has taken us and removing one of the largest threats to our safety, our lives, and our livelihood from the population and letting them do what they do best, warring and fighting one another, fighting other people. Hopefully, if we can organize them to go out there and fight. What is it? What is it that I'm supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? It is better for a woman to stay single than to get with a man like this. It is better for a woman to stay single than to be with a man like that. This man who got bitched out on his own show. But he's over there talking about how he wants a woman who's ready to come under his leadership, but he doesn't have any place that he's really leading them. Yes, it's better for a woman to be single than to participate in that. And you see, there's this low vibrational fool who cannot stay away from Black women, who keeps coming back to broadcast and broadcast again under different names, not realizing that he's showing his weak and patheticness. So if men were coming out in legions, truly giving each other advice about how to be the best men and fathers and pillars of society that they could be, then women would have a chance of going out there and finding, you know, these lovely, wonderful relationships that exist out there with healthy men. If men were going out there, especially Black men, if they were going out there and doing the work at self-healing, going to therapy and becoming gainfully employed and allowing themselves to be civilized, I'd be like, yeah, go get one of these men from the man farm. But instead, they're just showing that they're just good for their sperm and their fighting abilities and their ability to lift heavy things and break up rocks and put down cement and weld things and deliver packages. So I don't know what it's like. If you ask the real question, you know, it's like there's so many men out there, once their daughters become of dating age, then all of a sudden they want to make the world a safer place for their daughters. And the way that they make the world a safer place is by realizing that men have to fucking change. Come on. It's ridiculous. Come on. But I'm the one over here. How many men, how many fathers out there tell their daughters to stay single and celibate? But now, Naker, you gonna come here and try to tell me, don't tell women, don't advise women to be single? Meanwhile, you probably, if you had a daughter, you'd be trying to get her to stay single because you know what's out there. Especially if she won't divest and won't vet. Come on. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Exactly. Thank you.